Booyakasha! This is Michelangelo, aka Greg Sipes. You're listening to Ninja Turtle Power Hour. That's what's up!
Welcome to Ninja Turtle Power Hour. I'm Spencer.
I'm Keith.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Mike.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, just another week.
It comes and goes, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Like the gas station.
Just like the gas station.
What a killer opening this has been.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
No,
everyone.
have you guys never?
We're all just
Have you
thinking
guys-
of jokes to make about Mike and his work life, really. I think I can speak for everyone.
I mean, I'm not thinking about that.
Just the hamster wheels in our brains are running, searching for that next joke.
Mine's more that it's that bear in the tiny Shriner car going around. That's what my brain's like. Not the
the
hamster
circus thing.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep, you got it. You got the music and everything. Perfect. You know exactly what's going on in my brain 24/7. Spencer, what are we doing tonight?
Tonight we're covering episodes 7, 8, 9, and 10 of season 7 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003.
So we've got Identity Crisis, Web Wranglers, Super Quest, and Virtual Reality Check.
How fast can we get through all 4 episodes? Some say it'll take at least a power hour.
Wow.
However long that is.
In our time, that's like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's the exchange rate of power hours to actual hours is 3
Yeah.
hours.
Exactly.
Very, very low power factor.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story.
My episode number 7, Identity Crisis, not to be confused with that really messed up DC story called Identity Crisis, written by Michael Ryan and released November 1st of 2008. While collecting Splinter's bits, the turtles get jumped by Cyber Shredder, so April ports them back to the real world. However, something is wrong with the turtles. They run out of the lair to Khan and serve the foot now. April discovers that Shredder implanted a virus in the turtles' minds. They'll need to stimulate the turtles' memories with a ray to bring them back to normal. They track down the turtles and zap them. After a flood of memories, the turtles return to normal and kick foot butt. The end.
Riveting and brief. Next we have Web Wranglers. Not to be confused with the brand of denim jeans. Air date November 8th, 2008. Written by Robert David, the man with 2 first names. So Shredder is perfecting his cyber portal so well he's gotten at it, in fact, that he brings a picture of a mouse to life in cyberspace or something. Meanwhile, Donatello is tracking down Splinter's data bits while the rest of the team are goofing off with their extreme sports gear. Mikey winds up falling into an open vat of sewage or something and is attacked by a mutant rat. Leo uses his razor scooter to knock it into the subway's 3rd rail, burning it and killing it. They bring it to the lair, and Donatello finds out it's not real, but it's actually mostly digital. Turns out it's not the only one, as a news report shows more monsters attacking New York. Luckily, Donatello's whipped up some dart guns that turn the monsters back into 1s and 0s, so our boys head downtown and start blasting. Each creature Shredder is sending through the portal is less and less mutated than the last. This is how he's perfecting his portal. He's even able to make a digital clone of Khan, and now he can send himself through. The turtles are able to figure this out when they find a normal squirrel from cyberspace. This also means that their darts won't work when something is perfected unless they're able to mess up Shredder's portal somehow. So the team splits up. Mike and Don go to cyberspace to fuck up Shredder's portal, while Raph and Leo put on their ninja outfits and head downtown to confront the emerging Cyber Shredder. Leo and Raph infiltrate the foot base and fight a bunch of foot ninjas. Mike and Don find Cyber Shredder mid-transfer. They only have like 3 minutes to stop it. Donatello turns into code or something and enters Shredder's machine, fucks it all up, triggers some Foot Clan members to spawn. Mikey fights him off. It's whatever. Shredder enters the real world, but his body's all jacked up and huge and lanky. Raph and Leo start blasting, sending Cyber Shredder back to the internet. The end.
very engrossing tale. We continue on with Super Quest, not to be confused by the very popular game currently on sale on Steam. This episode 9 originally aired November 15th, 2008, and it was written by Robert David. So the turtles are giving Mikey crap for playing video games, but then Donnie learns that some of Splinter's data bits are in the game Mikey's playing, Super Quest, a big old MMORPG game. They enter the game. Mikey is a knight, Leo's a changeling, Raph's a court jester rather, and Donnie is a wizard. Splinter's bits are in a treasure chest, and there's going to be a big contest. They'll have to go get one of the two keys, or both keys rather. Mikey, turns out he has a rival called Elfinator. Some wizard tells them, oh God, why did I write that? That doesn't even make any sense. I just wrote the same thing twice. Anyways, they have to get the dumb keys. The first key, they're directed by the old wizard, is in Castle Cretan, and to get to the castle, they'll have to give a witch a token of affection to get inside. On the way there, a frosty giant attacks them, which breaks the bridge. So Elfinator flies across the lake to the castle, but the turtles take a boat there with a creepy boatman. They meet the witch. Raph thinks it's a good idea to try sexually assaulting her. It doesn't work out, and he gets turned into a frog. Mikey gives her an heart item from his inventory, and they get through. They go in the castle, and all the various players are fighting it out as the key hovers above them. They try out their various powers. Leo turns into a cat, a crab, and various other stuff as Elfinator eventually takes the key. They decide to regroup at an item shop to upgrade their weapons for the second quest, which is touted as a race to the top of Mount Drago. They all get there immediately, so I'm not sure about the race part. There's a three-headed dragon wearing the key. Donnie finds his weak point, and they attack it, kill it, they get the key. Back at the chest, Leo and Elfinator are like, what are we going to do? They both decide to put their keys in at the same time and go for it. Leo kills Elfinator. Nah, that'd be way too cool. Just kidding. They go to unlock the chest, and the boatman from earlier comes, stomps it closed, and everyone's shocked as he reveals himself to be the ultimate gamer, which is the coolest, most ultimate gamer, as you would think based on the name. Elfinator has a plan, though. He says if Leo becomes a white lion, he's the ultimate gamer's natural enemy, so they all chain their weapons into Leo to power him up as Raph distracts him with a cool song and dance. Leo then jumps inside the ultimate gamer in his lion form to kill him. Turns out the real life player was just some little girl with braces. They open the chest. Elfinator is suddenly cool. He lets Leo choose what he wants. Leo takes just the splinter bits and leaves. Mikey makes amends with Elfinator, who is actually revealed to be the Hun, who's a real hardcore gamer, has been for years. You better not tell anyone. And in the end, the Donnie does his Wizard Man spell, and they take them home. The end.
Bold stuff. We finish our quadrilogy with virtual reality check, not to be confused with the VR equipment compatibility testing program. The turtles recover more of Splinter's scattered data bits, but their mission unravels fast when April appears on Donnie's screen. Warning that the real-world equipment is overheating as smoke fills the lab. She forces open a portal and the team barely escapes before it explodes. Donald stays behind to repair the system while the others head out with Casey, only for the reality to twist around them. Buildings shift, purple dragons vanish mid-fight, and Casey is suddenly killed. Even April behaves strangely, crashing a truck into a wall that she can't see before being consumed by the explosion. These mounting irregularities finally push Leo to realize the truth. They never left cyberspace, and the Cyber Shredder is manipulating them into opening a portal for him. Once they accept the illusion, the brothers summon their Cybernaut armor and confront the Cyber Shredder, who was meowscarading as a watchful cat the entire time. They break through his false New York by refusing to follow its warped logic and race to warn Donald before he unknowingly completes the villain's portal. They succeed in snapping him out of the simulation and return to the real world, but a tiny cyber cockroach secretly carries off a fragment of cyber energy, giving the Cyber Shredder exactly what he needs to finish creating a portal of his own. The end.
What a
Bold
cliffhanger.
storytelling.
What a cliffhanger, am I right? Am I right, folks?
Oh man,
Just
can't wait to see how this ends.
can't wait. I had to watch the next episode immediately. I was so excited to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. All right, let's move on to the second time around.
Hey, nice junk.
Oh, that's me.
So
Second time around. Do it again. Second time around.
I think we can all agree that potentially this episode is proto Dark Leo for IDW. You know, early.
Yeah, those IDW hacks at it again.
I thought this was inspired by Dark Leo from IDW.
Sure.
It's not how time works, but I
Yeah,
can see how you
yeah.
get confused about that.
Yeah, thank you.
You being one of the
Foremost
people-
fans of 2003, I know.
yeah. You
Dozens of
being
us.
Yeah.
that guy in Interstellar inside the giant prism thing that makes it so you can just move through time like it's
Haven't seen
like
it.
you're a 4D
I like how you're
thing,
talking about
you
the
know?
main character of Interstellar as in the guy in the prism thing.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen Interstellar, okay? I just remember the prism thing.
Like quite literally almost the whole story. but you know that part of the movie that guy's in the prism.
That one happenstance scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of the crux of the whole movie, you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Remember that part?
Some
You're
call him
like that
Matthew
guy.
McConaughey.
It was
the
Matthew
big
McConaughey.
Hollywood
Okay, look, I thought I remembered it as Matthew McConaughey, but I didn't want to be a fool, right? I didn't want to make a fool of myself and say the wrong actor. And so I was ready to say
I mean,
like
he's-
Matthew
he's
McConaughey,
hardly
and you guys were going to be
recognizable
like,
in
you guys were gonna be
Interstellar. He
like-
just melds into the role.
you guys were going to be like, Matthew McConaughey, that was Matt Damon. And I'm like,
Matt Damon is in Interstellar.
Is that what
but-
you think we sound like?
Yeah, that's exactly what you sound like. You sound like Marge, but worse, but a
I
bad
understand now
impersonation of
why your
Marge.
wife won't talk to you.
Whenever you impersonate your friends, it has to be as insulting and demeaning as possible.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just
Oh.
friendship 101.
That's good. God, what do we call ourselves? The Loopers. Fuck.
Lamb bastards.
Lamb bastards. There we go. Yes,
Oh, the
lamb
Lamb
bastards.
Bastards.
Just good lamb bastard talk.
I do like how we decide to start a joke and then forget it immediately and just don't do it again.
Right.
Look, I'm
That's all
happy
the
that we
best.
landed. I'm happy that we landed the not to be confused jokes.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
But I had to like
We
Google
should keep
something
that going.
real
That
quick.
was a good bit. We get a glimpse of Clunk. We haven't seen him in a long time, but he's
Yeah.
back. He's hanging around in the lair. Yeah.
It's nice to know that he's not dead somewhere.
Yeah. Who was taking care of him for that year, do you think? That they were gone.
I think it was
had to-
Casey.
Yeah, it had to have been Casey or April.
Yeah, Casey and April.
I don't have anything else for Identity Crisis. I feel like really that's the big thing is the Dark Leo inspiration. It very well could be happenstance, but it's weird that it happened twice so close together. So
Not to be confused with Dark Leo, the Pokemon. Isn't there a Pokemon called Dark Leo?
There's
That's the
not.
thing, right? There's
I
not?
don't believe so. No.
Man, all right, well. See, this is why I didn't say Matthew McConaughey earlier.
That's
Were you
really
thinking
hot
Matthew
with the
McConaughey?
You
references.
were so confident after we told you were right about Matthew McConaughey that you just walked right into this wall.
Yeah. There's a Dark Cry. Say who
Yeah.
picked up.
There's a lit
Maybe.
Leo.
There's a
Are you
Leo
thinking of like
Dark
a
Cry.
bird Pokemon, Spencer?
It's possible. I don't know.
Describe the
name
Pokemon
just-
you're thinking of.
I can't describe it. I don't know enough about Pokemon. I never got that into it.
You had a
I
Pokemon.
could have sworn.
You had a Pokemon in your head.
I could have
You wanna
sworn
know-
someone said Dark Leo at one point talking about a Pokemon. Dark Leo could be a Pokemon. Just all
I
right, we're
feel
just
like-
putting that out there.
I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. There's a Pokemon name that sounds like that, and it's not
Yeah.
Dark Leo, but you
Yeah.
heard it as Dark Leo.
Keith and I both said the ones that sound like it.
Darkrai, what was the other one?
Lit Leo.
Lit Leo. Yeah, you could have just Bernstein Bears them together, Spencer.
I could have.
You Wonderbred He-Man yourself.
Wonder Bread
Next-
He-Man.
Yeah, it's a
a
toy.
reference that, yeah. Did you know that there actually is a Wonder Bread He-Man now?
Yes, I did. Yeah. He's got like black instead of
Oh, like,
silver.
it's
armor.
called Wondar.
Yeah, Wondar. The next big second time to a round that I have is in the next episode, which was my episode about Web Wranglers. The reporter lady has a yellow blazer and works for Channel 6. Just like in 87.
That's so funny that it's not mentioned on Turtlepedia as one of their trivia.
What
Instead,
is mentioned on Turtlepedia while we're there?
Raphael states that Donnie has an IQ of 637, and Mikey Loving on the Virtual Chipmunk is a reference to the Looney Tunes cartoon, The Abominable Snow Rabbit.
So that's a reference to Of Mice and Men.
Yeah. It is.
Michael
He says, "Yeah, I'll love him and call him George," right?
And call him George. Yeah, I want to love him and hug him and call him George, or I'll love him and hug him. Like,
I think that's where actually where I was going to go with it. I'm like, that's not a reference to this. Very like the Looney Tunes episode is very funny, but that's not the reference
but Looney Tunes was referencing Of Mice and Men.
Right. At that point, it'd be like a Kevin Bacon thing. There's like 9 things it's referencing that eventually get back to Of Mice and Men.
No, but it's funny that like they're whoever wrote this went to that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we can congratulate on being a illiterate idiot. Whoever wrote that trivia.
Hang on, let me look.
Media literacy is dead. All right, everyone.
I'm checking that history to see who wrote this.
Somebody you should add an addendum to it, but not replace theirs.
Yeah,
but just make it demeaning and insulting to them somehow.
Someone just took media literacy out back and shot it. It's dead, just like Lenny. Just like Lenny.
All right. Super Quest. I wonder what this was a parody of.
It's actually a parody of the show Reboot.
It's actually a parody of the South Park episode Make Love Not Warcraft.
Yeah. Which is a much better parody, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, you call it parody, but really it's almost exactly the World of Warcraft logo.
Yeah, that's true.
They basically just like took the logo and just changed the words.
Even like the dragon has like the same like mana
Well,
health bar.
It's not the World of Warcraft logo, it's the EverQuest logo.
Yeah, EverQuest.
Oh. Well, I never really I remember MMOs being huge during the time, but I never got into any of them. I wanted to get into the Lego one that they had out at the time, but never did.
Yeah, it's a combination of the EverQuest and World of Warcraft like logos, but it's like,
I mean, when did this come out? 2008.
Yeah, so I think the Make Love Not Warcraft episode already aired as well, because I think that was 2007.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I would say at the time, like Warcraft was pretty big.
Yeah, like it was huge.
If you look at Turtlepedia, it said that this episode may have been writing the success of the second expansion of World of Warcraft, released 2 days prior. I'm sure they intentionally did it that way. It wasn't just happenstance. But yeah, I mean, World of Warcraft was huge at this point.
I would personally say like EverQuest was probably more influential to the people making this.
Yeah, I would say that too, but also very much like they had to add some World of Warcraft references to this because World of Warcraft by this time was the more popular game. But definitely,
and because like
wrote this were most likely like EverQuest fans.
Yeah. What about Club
Penguin?
Penguin?
Like they were always like timely with their pop culture thievery. Thus, like Bishop is just Agent Smith, and there's nothing else about him that's unique or creative.
Sure, Cody. Sure.
This episode,
I did that. That was a dagger to hurt you, Spencer.
Oh, I know exactly what it was. I know. I don't have to look down. I don't have to look down to see that you're stabbing the dagger into my heart. I can feel it. It's all right.
Look down. You're looking up. Small fry.
Who hurt you, Cody?
My chest is below my head. Just for the record, I'd have to look down to see the dagger.
Been a minute.
Just
This
ruffle my
episode
hair.
is ranked Number 9 on the TMNT top 10 episodes, the mysterious list of top 10 episodes.
Which episode
Super
specifically?
Quest is?
The Super Quest.
Super
It's because
Quest.
it's episode number 9, and they weren't paying attention to the list, so they just assumed it was ranked number 9.
Is that? I don't see that trivia on here. Oh, yeah, I don't see that trivia on here.
It's the very last one for Super Quest.
I hadn't scrolled down far enough. So Raph is just dressed up as Harley Quinn too, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Harley Quinn.
So I just the words pwned and newbie, I haven't heard in a very long time.
I know.
That was such a trip. I was like, oh, man.
It kept saying pwned.
This is
They say pwn so much that it loses all of its meaning, frankly.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like it was said so often around the time
I
in
know.
that circle.
Yeah.
It's totally like mid-40s guy writing MMO that he's never played before. You know, he's just going off
Mhm.
what he read in the newspaper.
You know, the one joke they didn't do though was like the kid playing like the guy hitting on the girl, like
Yeah.
in his buff avatar, and like, but the girl character wasn't played by another man. Like they didn't
Mhm.
do that joke, which was kind of like, that was an easy shot you could have taken. You didn't take it. Nice job.
Man, MMOs. Did you guys remember like Wizards 101 and
You're naming all the children's ones, man. I know.
Yeah,
I know. I watched all the commercials for these, dude.
yeah. The only ones I played were City of Heroes and City of Villains, and then World of Warcraft.
I never played City of Villains. I did play City of Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, largely the same thing. So.
Yeah,
I
The
briefly
only
played
one-
World of Warcraft. I liked Ragnarok Online. That was
I still
cool.
play
I remember everyone was super into
Um,
RuneScape when I was like 10.
My nephews still play RuneScape. Apparently, there's a very healthy RuneScape community still to this day.
Huh. Yeah, I was never able to
Which
play
my
them.
nephews are like near 30 years old themselves at this point. But, you know, like for going on 10 years, playing RuneScape is pretty impressive.
Yeah. No, it was huge. I remember everyone talking about it at lunch and stuff.
I got
But
World of
Yeah,
Warcraft,
I-
Star Wars: The Old Republic, and Final Fantasy 14.
does Tribal Wars count as an MMO? That might be the only one I played if it does.
Never heard of that one. I've heard of Guild Wars.
It was like an online one and it sucks. So anyway. But I played it. I dedicated some time to it.
Old Republic's fun. It gets a lot of crap, but it's one of those games. It's like they've steadily made it better over the years, but it's also like definitely not a priority. So it's kind of just stuck in like we're just keeping it running mode, and then like dropping an expansion every 3 or 4 years.
It
But it's
had
like-
those
you
like
get that-
sick trailers that like, made it look like the game was way cooler than it really was.
Yeah. But I mean, like those were like story trailers that like set up, very specific things in the games. Like those were the cutscenes. But the combat was is based around World of Warcraft around that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you get the Star Wars itch to play a video game and like you don't want to play like a specific character like in Jedi, like the Jedi Fallen Order game, like this is perfectly fine.
All right. Does anyone else have any more second times to around?
Well, we haven't even talked about virtual reality check. That
All
one,
right.
it took me a second because I also did not catch that they went into like a fake portal. So like the Donald and Mickey jokes, I was like, huh. And then Casey yelling Gongola.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I did
Like,
actually catch that. I heard that and it sounded off, but I just thought it was him saying the terrible pronunciation of it as normal. But
Same.
I didn't clock it was actually something wrong.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, like it's a thing going. So
This is also it's very much the same plot as Bad Day, where they like don't know that they're in a dream sequence.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's also very much similar to the Gargoyles episode Future Tense, where they are in a fake, universe because someone's trying to get something from them.
It's also like that
Always
Rick and Morty
gargoyles.
episode. It's a known trope.
Yeah, it's a very known trope, but I mean, not a bad one.
No.
Also, this episode heavily features a cybernetic cockroach, which, as we know, cockroaches and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise are heavily entwined in many different variations.
It's true. We should do a countdown of our top favorite cockroaches.
Yeah.
At some point.
Renette is in my top 5.
What is it? Stephen Bissett?
I do not.
I'm gonna need a little bit more.
Yeah, not.
He's
not,
he's the Treasury Secretary.
Ah.
Think of look at him and you know the cockroach from Men in Black, where it's like Vincent D'Onofrio in like a skin suit, or whatever it is.
I was naming, cockroaches from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Same.
He could be in it, but I'm just saying that guy is he's a cockroach in a skin suit, and if you look at it critically, you'll not disagree with me.
Isn't Stephen Bissett the comic book artist though?
I think you're thinking of Scott Bessent, Cody.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
See, that's why I was even more confused.
now
you
I
named someone who was.
I was like,
man.
Steve Bissett.
What's funny is I googled it, I pulled it up.
Thing to attack.
Look. Here's what's funny. Here's what's funny.
Leo the Pokemon.
Look at this. Hold on. This is what's magical, right? Being the greatest search engine ever had my back. Like, how does it know this? This this is awesome. I'll put this picture in the chat. Because I googled or I binged Stephen Bissett, and it was like, you mean Scott Bessent?
Not.
And I read that, but I didn't change what I was saying, and I still kept calling him Stephen Bissett because I thought my search worked.
Yeah, I believe Stephen Bissett was a Mirage guy. He was like wasn't he one?
Yeah.
He was an artist, right?
He's an artist. Yeah,
That's how I
he's
know
the guy
it,
that
'cause
worked
I'm
on
such a
Swamp Thing,
huge
right? No, wait, that's
Mirage fan.
Yeah.
That's Alan Moore.
Well, Alan Moore did, but also Rick Veitch.
Rick Veitch is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, but no, Steve Bissett. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Anyway,
He did stuff.
Derailment successful.
All right.
No,
Any
he
other
did work on
second
Swamp Thing
times?
as well.
Nope. Let's go into some anchovies.
No anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble, okay? I can't let you know.
Anchovies. Serling still sucks after all this time. They've welded like rollerblades to his feet, and that's just god awful.
You're giving your Sterling hate is real bitch eating crackers vibes, Keith. I don't get it.
It's fine. I'm okay with that. I have very good taste in crackers, so joke's on you. A nice buttery Ritz, a Triscuit with some cheese ball on it.
Ooh, a Triscuit with some cheese ball on it actually sounds pretty good right now.
Right?
How very Utah of you.
Utah.
Mormons love their cheese balls.
Is that
You
right?
know what? That's true. That is true. My Mormon family does love cheese balls. I remember seeing
they'll
Fallout Shelter food basement. Nothing but
it's like
Planters cheese balls.
literally any occasion to bring a cheese ball. People are bringing cheese balls.
I thought that was like Jello or casserole.
I think
that
Jell-O
was the
is
stereotype.
both. No, I think
Mhm.
Jello.
I think I feel like
Casserole's
Jello's
like a
fallen out of
Midwest
favor.
Do you guys ever have funeral potatoes?
Oh
The
yeah.
potatoes you're supposed to bring to a funeral, but they're so good you bring them to every event.
Hey, any event can be a funeral if you want it to be.
Yeah, right. You try hard
Like,
enough.
people, it's the same thing with cheese balls. I don't dislike cheese balls, but people hype it up like, oh man, and it's like, yeah, it's crackers and cheese. Like, I get it. Like,
What is your cheese? Because there's not like a universal cheese.
What is
ball.
my cheese
What
ball?
is the cheese ball that you're describing? Like, what is the ingredients of it?
If cornstarch
cheese
first isn't the
ball.
first one.
I was about to say, I was like, I think it's like a 1-part cheese, 2-part balls. You know, they just kind of put them
Whose
together.
balls though. Mine it's cream cheese, onion, ham, and some Worcestershire sauce. It's really good.
Oh, you guys are like hand forming your cheese ball. I'm talking about like the can of Planters cheese balls.
No, what you do is you mix it all together, and then you use like a wheat thin
Yeah.
to
I know.
shape it into a ball. Yeah.
Yeah, something. This
That's
is something you would put on a charcuterie board.
Yes.
That's the cheese ball, Keith.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
They don't always have like what looks to be like almonds on them. Sometimes it's just the raw cheese, but
What, did you send something?
Always that.
Oh yeah, no, this is an awful cheese ball. I've had this cheese ball.
I think they're pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
You think that until you've had my cheese balls.
It's laid out on a charcuterie board, you know.
Yep.
Jesus.
Some call it the Armagon board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat them off a Ouija board myself.
A Luigi board.
Do you ever find it's weird how seriously people take Ouija boards?
No, because nobody does.
Which
anymore.
it's like a Milton Bradley game,
Yeah.
you know?
You know what?
But,
We were
the
playing
whole-
with one time,
during
and
the
my
whole
cousin was
satanic
asleep in
panic.
the room, and she had a nightmare while we were playing that the Ouija board caught on fire and a demon came out of it and woke up screaming, scared the shit out of all of us.
Yeah. But like it doesn't happen all the time, but often enough. Like the other week I was watching some dude's YouTube stream and he like deadpan serious brought up how like don't mess with Ouija boards. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna summon a dead banker with Monopoly. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. From the people that brought you sorry comes this occult.
Yeah, they tapped into the nether realms with this one.
Right,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Hey
Have you
man,
seen
you know
the drama on Board Game?
which is offered their
Board Game Geek this week that there was like a board game that was satanic and the like director of communications refused to promote it. It's been a whole thing.
What was the game?
I cannot remember what the game was. It was God, I could find it. Give me a sec.
all I'm saying is that you can find witches on Etsy. All right, there's no way there isn't some witches or something like that they can't just have on hand to make those boards work. All right, don't mess with Luigi boards.
Possess
Everyone out
Me
there.
Satan is the name of the game.
Yes, I think that is it. Yeah. Possess Me Satan. And the box art's like two praying hands, but they're like demon hands.
And they have like a sexy open shirt Satan and everything.
All right, so how about some anchovies?
Hold on.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gotta wait. Hold on. Board Game Geek has fired advertising manager Chad Krizen for almost 20 years after he cited his personal experiences of demonic possession as grounds for rejecting an ad campaign.
No, seriously, like they posted the emails on Reddit, and it's like he's talking about like running around and like saving people from with Jesus, saving people from demonic possession and whatnot. It's crazy.
Keep in mind, it's not over religion, but reality.
Yeah. Oh, he says that in the thing. Yeah, it's insane. My anchovies is
Incredible.
that this conversation is more interesting than anything that happened in these shows.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I absolutely forgot what happened in the first two episodes until you guys read your recaps tonight. Definitely fell
Same,
asleep.
and I watched them right before recording this. You know,
Yeah.
So it's-
Super Quest I watched last night, and then my episode I watched today. But yeah, like the first two I watched the other night, and I was like, man, fell right asleep.
my anchovy is that this season is continually making me watch Tron, and I don't like Tron. If I wanted to watch Tron, I would just watch Tron.
Boo. Boo. I mean, the season is whatever, but you don't like Tron. Come on, man. Tron is.
I've actually never
Tron is
seen
Tron.
Tron. That was
Oh.
daggers for Mike actually,
Mm,
but he didn't take the bait because he has self-respect.
Well, yeah,
Mm.
'cause- yeah. A lot of people haven't seen Tron. Judging by the box office returns for Tron Ares, a lot of people still haven't seen it.
I mean, I still haven't seen Tron Ares because it stars Jared Leto, and I can't decide.
Yeah,
how
I
long
think
I
I
would
would-
have to look at
I
Jared
mean,
Leto.
it's a
for-
mix. It's hard to say who's more to blame, but I do think they went too hard on Jared Leto, and nobody cares about Jared Leto.
like Jared Leto is something that makes people not go see movies. I think
Yeah,
that they need to
yeah.
realize that.
Yeah,
They're like, we took this
really
cult
weird
classic
math
movie that's
universe.
yeah, they're like, we took this cult classic movie that series that's kind of a risk, And we made it even riskier.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is he produces these kind of movies to get them made on the condition that he gets to star in it. Like he produced specifically because he wanted to be in the see himself in the original Tron. So there's a scene in the movie where because Tron Legacy sets up that world is kind of gone and it's a whole thing, and they specifically recreated 1980 what Tron and put Jared Leto in it.
Hey, Jared Leto, you may be an okay actor, man, but just stick to being 30 Seconds to Mars, okay? Just stick to that. He puts on a good show. All right, 30 Seconds to Mars. I've seen him a couple times. They put on a good show. Just stick to that. Just stick to that.
Yeah, really worried about him being Skeletor in the new movie.
I've actually heard good things. I've heard people say he did well.
I'm sure he did, but it's just now we got to admit that he did well as Skeletor.
I mean,
you
to be
can't give
fair,
Jared
he's
Leto
actually
anything.
he is a great actor in plenty of movies. He's just had a pretty large string of duds in recent years.
Yeah.
Which is
Morbius and Tron
impressive.
Ares.
Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
Morbin time.
I never saw.
Oh, and
that
also
one
his
either,
role
actually.
as the Joker as well. His
Yeah.
role as the Joker as well. I've heard that Madam Web is worth watching if you want to watch a bad movie. That it's an entertainingly bad movie.
Oh no, that's why we're gonna watch Turtles Forever. That's how I. That's a dagger for the audience.
How many knives you got in your belt, dude? Jeez.
Yeah.
It's just.
Cody, have you
all the
ever
knives.
considered therapy, bud?
This is my therapy: shooting daggers, unsuspecting victims.
I would like to
No. You're thinking of two
reiterate.
knives. You're thinking of two.
Is Daniel Craig on this show because it's feeling like Knives Out? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wow, what a
Oh my God.
amazing reference.
mine was
Spencer
better.
killing it with the movie references.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Spencer, Daniel Craig was not in Knives Out.
Yeah, that was Matt Damon, dude.
Bullcrap. Don't do this to me. It's just oh yeah. It was actually
Don't
Michael
do this
Caine.
to me.
It was Michael
Matthew
Caine.
McConaughey.
He's hanging on by a thin line. If that snaps.
This is real lambastard material. I don't have anything specific for the second episode, the Web Warriors one. I want to reiterate though something that Cody said in our group chat, which is they came back from the future, back to the sewers to do the most futuristic bullshit in the world. It's why didn't they just stay in the future at this point?
Mine will be that you called this Web Warriors when it's actually Web Wranglers.
Sorry, we've been watching a lot of Spidey and his amazing friends around my house. So
all right, that's fair.
Interestingly, Keith, there's some very relevant. So you guys know Emilio Lopez, right? He's one of the artist illustrators. I think he worked on 2003, right?
Yes, he does.
he's the color guy, right?
Yeah. He was talking about, and we'll get to this in the news about the teeny TMNT or whatever. But he was talking about how their original plans. I can't find the tweet, but their original plans. Season 5 of 2003, there was a plan to totally reboot the show for a younger audience. Ultimately, Playmates thought it was going to cost too much, and they wanted to do future toys. So we ended up doing a soft reboot with season 6. So seemingly, that was kind of Playmates that shoehorned all this future stuff in.
Gotcha.
And continue to do so. Which, it is very interesting that they're you know what? Back to the sewers. Actually, to hell with the sewers. We're going into the virtual reality.
Right. Well, super good. I've had this anchovy before where they can't stick to their own logic. When Donatello was I gotta get those data bits, and he's oh, whatever, I can get them later. Web Wranglers starts with the three, Raph, Leo, and Michelangelo, leaving Donatello behind because they're not smart enough or competent enough to search for data bits with Donatello. Super Quest opens with Leonardo chiding Michelangelo for not helping Donatello find data bits, and like they never mention that like, oh, Donatello updated the matrix and now it can support 3 more ports and now we can all help or whatever. Like they can't keep track of what's going on in this show whatsoever. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. It's impressive to see. And how many bits do we have left? Come on.
Oh, it's very amorphous. Also, why now do they have to go into the game? Like, they didn't have to go into the paper company's website. It was just like in the internet, whatever. Who cares? Gotta think like Cybernauts. That's my other favorite thing that comes back in virtual reality check. Like they didn't just make it up 2 seconds ago. What a Cybernaut was.
Also, my biggest problem with the final episode is that like Shredder's already successfully built a portal. Like, why does he have to steal Donnie's? Like, can't he just rebuild the one that he was like sending animals through the first time and just come in through that one? Like,
it's like the code is wrong or something. He hasn't
like this
fine-tuned it.
This episode should have been before that episode, and they could have had the portal and then just needed to fine tune it in the next episode. They should have swapped the order.
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
And they didn't do that, and it bothers me.
I'm also upset that Casey Jones gets killed. His mask is left behind. Raph picks it up and looks at it and doesn't put it on. Like, that would have been so fucking cool, but whatever. That's all my anchovies, guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, same here. Absolutely nothing wrong with our 2 episodes. They were great.
Yeah, I liked mine a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily like hate any of these episodes, especially other than the futureness.
Yeah.
For no
well,
reason,
then let's talk about what else we liked.
Oh, I love being a turtle.
In episode 7, the fight under the bridge was kind of cool. You know, there was like a dude with like a chain ball thing, you know, ball and chain kind of stuff swinging around and all sorts of stuff. It was fun. It was a fun fight scene where the turtles are just like beating up purple dragons under a bridge.
Yeah. I really like.
I don't have mentioned this for the show this season so far, but like the theme song, I talked about how I liked the theme song, but when I was just watching it again, there's this really cool 3D camera effect, like that kind of like how it circles the turtles as they're fighting. I think it's the new foot. And man, like that's actually like one of the better animation bits in this entire series.
Yeah.
Like it's a really cool shot.
And just a banger of a theme song too.
Absolutely, it's the best one out of all the season.
Yeah. I do enjoy like Cyber Shredder's plan and reasoning that he's like because at first I was like, oh, if you brainwash the turtles, the first thing I would do is be like, you know, commit seppuku or tell me where your lair is so I can destroy it or whatever. But instead he's like, well, I've already enslaved them, so now I can use them as my pawns. And if they die, they die. And he even tells Khan, like, send them on your deadliest missions. Like, it's a really good. He's in a no lose situation, and I don't think Shredder does that enough. He's too incompetent most times. But here he's like, yeah, got it good. I also like when they like shoot the turtles with their memories. We get a good mix of like generic kind of memories that we haven't seen before of like their childhood, but also like very specific ones that harken back to other episodes. It's really cool.
There's some good callbacks.
Yeah. I honestly, I think this is one of the better ones of the season for me because of the Dark Turtles and the memories and all that.
Has all of their memories listed out. So Donnie is beating Hun, fighting alongside Cody and Turtle X, fighting the Foot with his Matrix spin. Leo's got training with the Ancient One, fighting against Khan, saving Renette from a saber-toothed tiger. Mikey has things like dressing Serling up as a fighting as Turtle Titan, winning the battle, of course. And then Raph has like riding his cycle, Casey, and other things. Like there's like neat little callbacks in here.
Yeah.
I do like the Dark Turtle suits a lot. It's always fun when you do Dark Turtles.
There's something about like when the turtles dress up in this season, like when they put clothes on, it's actually not a bad for all of them. Like their stealth suits we talked about last time. These suits were really cool.
Mhm.
The
Like-
scooter suit. You're a huge fan of the scooter suit.
I do actually like the Cybernaut armor, and I really like when they do like when Donatello's like blue with code going through him. Like I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, like that looks
Yeah,
really
yeah. I mean, it does make me think action figures for this season would have been cool.
Yeah, even their sports gear I think is cool, like the bright white tank top that Leo has and shit. I think it looks good.
Which there were no actual action figures for the season, right? They like melded them into like the movie figures
Correct.
to some degree.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of ironic that these later seasons are seemingly for toys, and then they're just like, yeah, actually.
I know, like all the
We
Cybernaut
don't.
stuff, they got two different distinct vehicles for no reason. They have two distinct vehicles except to make toys, and they didn't make toys of them.
It is
Yeah,
pretty
because
wild.
they get some of the most like toyetic potential designs, and they're like, I know we basically asked for this.
But how
Not
about
gonna
now?
happen.
Yeah, I know, it's wild.
We actually effed it all up, and we
Yeah.
have to do the movie stuff.
Ooh, here's the thing. We're not gonna do that. CGI is
Great
more
show,
expensive.
though.
Yeah,
really
great. You
nailed
guys look fantastic. I also really want a collection of whatever Yu-Gi-Oh cards that Shredder was playing with when he was like just making monsters. Like he totally like took it and put it on a platform and it came into life. And I was like, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Come on.
Yeah.
In
What
general,
was the
actually,
PlayStation game that actually did that with like the camera? There was like a PlayStation card game with the camera where you put the cards down and it did like the little monsters.
I don't know. It could be a
PlayStation
Yu-Gi-Oh one.
Monster Rancher, right? Monster Rancher was the CD though, wasn't it?
I used to love Monster Rancher, by the way. That show doesn't get enough credit for being better than Digimon and even Pokemon to some degree. Like Mochi, come on, what are we talking about?
I remember watching it, but it was one of those like we were already watching so much anime at that point, and anime was like new in our house, you know, because of Pokemon. It was like
For sure.
find some good normal American shit like Power Rangers.
It's the kind of thing I want to rewatch, but you know it'll be terrible, so I just want to preserve my memories of it being incredible.
Yeah,
you know, because like
I
I
also
remember,
really
like I
liked,
basically it's how 2003 fans feel. Like my memories of the show are good, but if I actually watch it, I'll be disillusioned, and that's why most 2003 fans can't watch the show because it'll fall apart.
Yeah, I
been
do
watching it, I
watch the
feel
show.
bad about it, you know.
Yeah, I love it.
I do
But
think
the thing that
interestingly, and I'll talk about this more next week, but like this show, whereas most shows started more comedic and moved more dramatic, this one took exactly the opposite. It started very dramatic and moved more comedic. Now we're into the more comedic stuff that no one wants to watch. So
Yeah, I do like the classic, like just Ninja Turtles hijinks. Like I feel like, you know, Shredder creating these monsters and the turtles having to go out in the city and, you know, shoot them with some sort of needle thing that ends them. Like it's very classic.
Yeah, like
Classic
Cody
Ninja Turtles.
mentioned it. I don't know if Cody mentioned it in our group chat or to me, but it's like this season is no goofier than any of the other seasons of this show so far.
Mhm.
Like, I think like
Yeah.
the only bad rap I would say this show, like this season specifically, should get, or like the designs are a little weaker than original seasons, but it's like this season is not bad as people say it is.
Yeah,
No,
your
it
audio
is.
just went to hell. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but
I know my internet died, and so I'm trying to fix it. So I'm on my phone.
fair enough. But yeah, you're not wrong. Like this season, I don't know. I honestly don't know why people hate it so much. Other than it's not like it's not the comic stories or whatever. But other than that, it's literally the same show.
I think I just
all
don't give
the-
a shit about all the internet stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
the
this whole
internet
social
stuff
internet,
sucks.
Like the internet stuff is grating, but other than
And
that, it's still
to
very
me,
much like the same kind of hijinks. Like you could swap out like a creepy guy at the dump who built a society, and it's the same thing to me.
I don't know. To me, there just feels something off about the writing. Like there's just something that just doesn't. It just doesn't quite hit right. I don't know what it is. with this season, but like it just feels just really empty. I don't know. Like
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what
it's
to
hard
tell you
put
because it's always felt that way to me. But and I'm not trying to be a dick about that. It literally feels like the same.
the other thing that's super cool in that I love seeing in this episode is just sewer skating, you know, especially scooters of all, you know, yeah, feel like they could have done some
I
cooler scooter tricks for
This is some
sure,
of the best
but
scootering we've gotten in a while.
I
Yeah.
did like Leo's scooter outfit. You know,
yeah,
so.
he's got the Leo written on it too. It's like monogrammed for it.
Which
You had
again,
to go
it's a shame
to like play it against
no
sports
action
to get
figures.
to monogram it.
Yeah, because it's not like everyone has like a matching suit. He just decided he needed his like scooter suit, and he has like that weird. It's like a beret.
Yeah, his helmet's so weird.
Weird shit.
It's awesome. But no, dude, I mean, Raphael, he's scootering with Raphael on his shoulders. You know how cool that is? So cool.
That is super fucking cool.
So cool. So cool. But just in general, I don't know. Sewer skating is another one of those features in Ninja Turtles that I think is fun. You know, I mean, nothing is as cool still as far as sewer skating goes as the 2007 scene where, you know, Mikey's flying through on his board. But
Yeah. Spencer,
this
I
stuff's
want
fun.
you to live your dream of going into a real life sewer and scootering in it.
I'll scooter in the sewer. Dude,
We gotta
scooter
go.
in
We
the
gotta do
sewer.
like a
It even
trip to New York and like tour whatever like big underground. I mean, we might have to settle for like a subway tunnel.
my
something.
dream is that I'll lead the tour. I'll be the tour guide and I'll be like, it's scooter in the sewer.
You pull a scooter out of your pants.
Uncollapse
you
it.
go for it before they tackle you. And
You'll never catch me. Scooters away. Yeah.
I'm just gonna
you
send you
immediately
guys
crash and hurt yourself as one does on a scooter.
Right.
I
I saw a
immediately
video today of someone
immediately
warning
hit-
against using bird scooters, and she has this giant scar going across her face, and she's like, "This is why."
Oh yeah, I think you must have sent that to us because I saw it too.
I
I-
probably did you try to shake Spencer out of his scooter love with some.
No, no
automated
way, never.
scooters, though. Those are motored scooters. He's just talking about a regular razor
Yeah.
scooter.
You know, I'm talking about the kind of scooter where you just run into like a slightly uneven piece of sidewalk and you fly over the handlebars.
Right.
They're amazing. Love them. Love them. Best form of transportation.
Is the video I sent you? Is it a blind guy on a scooter or a skateboard? Did
That was a
Did I
skateboard.
send you guys that one?
That was a skateboard.
Where they're like, "Oh, this blind guy can do this. What's your excuse?" And he goes over a ramp and like biffs it on his back, and they're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But I'll give it to you, Spencer. This is as cool as Leo has ever looked while scootering.
Mm. The thing is with scooting, right? Is there are some sick tricks you can do. I've sent them in our TikTok group chat. You know, listeners. Maybe I'll somehow find a way to get them to you. Maybe I'll you know, post some links in the Discord so you can
There's
see.
be a better thing to call it than scooting.
And so you
I
can
think
see.
scootering sounds
My
better.
my dog scoots. Okay.
So you can see just how cool the scoot is. Really, we're bringing it back. We're gonna bring back the scoot. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Taking it back.
Yeah.
You're taking back scooting. All right, where are we at?
Who knows?
Super Quest?
Yeah, we can
Super
move on to
Quest.
Super Quest.
I really like
'Cause
Leo's
Super Quest is-
transformations. They're great.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Like he just can't do anything good with them
Yeah,
at all.
just like a crab. He's still got the bandana every time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
When he's like the giraffe and he's got the headband on.
Yeah, this definitely is the best episode. And I
Yeah.
love Court Jester Raph, and when he gets turned
was
into
like-
a frog and he's doing his dance.
I
Yeah,
also
I'm not
love
enough of a nerd to like care about the Warcraft part of it. I enjoy it for the the fun of it.
yeah, Raph getting screwed over the whole time is hilarious, you know. He's a jester, a frog. And he just gets to be grumpy. I also love the beauty and terror of online gaming that's illustrated in this episode of you don't know who's on the other side of the game, which is kind of the beauty of these, games that you play with other people online, because you're essentially playing with like other strangers, it's kind of cool. You're kind of
Well,
in a
really,
way connected with people
the whole
around the
moral
world.
of this episode is that it's old men playing with children, if we're being
Yeah,
honest.
there's that
Oof.
too. Uh,
That's certainly a thing to take away from this, Cody.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is. It's Hun playing video games with a bunch of children. It's literally what it is. Like,
I think
you
what
have like
gets me about that is like Hun's voice, like 'cause I don't know if it's like implied that like they're on a microphone and they're talking in game. So like Hun is using a voice changer, obviously, to sound like
Mhm.
the Elfinator.
But that whole scene is just amazing, I'm a hardcore gamer, have been for years, He's
Yeah.
telling people not to tell anyone. As you learn that Han is, secretly playing World of Warcraft on the side.
I do
I
like
did
that
like they. Sorry,
Go
go
ahead,
on,
Cody.
Keith.
No, please, Cody.
They did like a subtle thing where they show you what Hun's watching, and it shows like Donnie is like an old man. Which at first I thought, oh, animation error because they just didn't know what they were doing. But then I realized, no, wait, they actually did it well because of course Hun doesn't see them as turtles because that's just the turtles seeing themselves, and that's the audience's benefit. But they wouldn't really have looked like turtles in the game.
Yeah,
That
Mhm.
was
like I thought that was
exactly
a
the same thing I was going to say. Yeah.
I thought that was a neat little detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't have to go that extra, but they were like, hey, when you draw this.
Well, yeah, because I was like, why didn't Hun realize that they were the turtles since they look like turtles the whole time? But no, like he was seeing
Yeah.
regular human characters. It's a good. Someone was paying attention enough to do that. It's
But
really cool.
then that brings me
Yeah.
back to my thing is like Hun was using a voice changer to sound like the Elfinator. Were the turtles? But no, because the turtles
mean-
themselves were in the game.
Yeah, I don't know if I go with the voice changer thing because if you extrapolate from the, your appearance doesn't match, it could also just follow that, they're typing in the thing and it's talking or whatever.
Everyone's kind of assuming their voices.
Because I also don't know back, in 2008, they probably made this, maybe 2007-ish. I don't know the pipeline. I don't know how popular like voice chat really would have been back then.
It was very
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, Hun
Mikey-
is
Was
using
it?
a voice
Like,
thing.
yeah, I was
starts
using
talking,
voice
and then
changer.
Hun is using one because he gets interrupted by the guy, and you can hear him talking as the Elfinator.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Like there has to be something that Hun is using to make himself sound like the Elfinator. But
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Well, yeah,
voice
because he doesn't
chatting-
want the
voice
children
chatting
to
in
know
games-
he's the older guy.
Voice chatting, like we didn't have like Discord back then. But, I had a Ventrilo server that I had to pay for. It was like a few
You
bucks,
would.
a few bucks a month. Yeah,
You would.
but then also like some games had it built in. Like Team Fortress 2 has voice chat built into it.
I mean, all I know of voice chat at the time was just people saying slurs on Xbox Live.
Oh yeah, I didn't use Xbox Live. I had some respect for myself.
Did you? I
did,
mean, how
that's
are
why-
you? You weren't playing like Halo and stuff with your friends and being jackasses on Xbox
Mm.
Live?
No, I wasn't an Xbox kid.
Interesting.
I didn't have an
We were-
Xbox.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
were
I
a
didn't
Play-
either, but all my friends did, and that was like
we were a
constantly what
PlayStation
we're doing.
household.
We were a Nintendo household, but I got a PlayStation for Dragon Quest 7 and then Dragon Quest 8. And then I eventually got an Xbox 360 for Fable and Fallout, I think.
I did get the Halo 3 Xbox 360, but then I wound up getting rid of it.
Hmm. Interesting.
But now the only Halo game I've ever finished was 3. And that was like in a LAN party.
What a night.
Yeah, that was really cool. A LAN party, kids, is when you hook up multiple consoles together to play one video game.
The same network.
The same network. It was cool. I mean, it was cool. Like we were all in different rooms in the house. Like
Yeah, that's how we used to play Halo too, where it's like you'd
Yeah.
have like half and half, and you'd be screaming at each other, and it
Yep.
would kind of subtly divide the group, because like even though you're all friends playing a game together, some part of you hates that other group of filthy idiots, and they're built.
Yeah, like we were all trying to figure out how to drive the Warthog and who was going to drive the Warthog, and why were you in the turret?
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Anything
I
else?
did a LAN Mario Kart too on the GameCube. I missed the GameCube.
Anything else for these episodes, guys?
In the final episode, I do kind of like, I don't know, there's almost like a horror element, you know. And when I say horror, people are like, "Oh, you think this episode was scary?" No, but what I'm saying is that there's like a horror element of but before anyone comes down on me, of like having like the reality collapsing, right? Like of things just being just barely off in your reality, you know, them like calling them Donald or Mickey, but especially like the part where they're with April in the battle shell, and then like Casey's voice comes out of her mouth, and then it crashes and she's not there, and they're walking away, and then suddenly she's just like standing there staring, and then gets like blown up. Like,
yeah, I mean,
there's
you're not
sort of
wrong.
like there's sort of a creep factor to that scene that's kind of cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. That's why the episode after this is really cool, where the turtles can't accept if they're in virtual reality or not, so they kill themselves to escape, and it gets very dark.
Well, I think if I remember
spoiler
right, doesn't
alert.
Donatello take the drill to his temple to try and bore out the bad thoughts? Isn't that, or is that afterwards? I forget.
Or what's the movie
that's
where
the dark and gritty shit people think about for this cartoon.
is it Ex Machina? Spoilers. Where he starts thinking he might be a robot, so he like cuts his arm. It's just a cool vibe when it, and obviously they're not doing that here, but if they did follow it up with that, where the turtles can't accept reality, and it's like then you're like, am I a robot? And you try to like cut yourself open to see. Like it is a cool horror vibe that they could play up on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with the guy from Ant-Man?
What's the Philip K. Dick novel?
Michael Pena.
Do electric
in Ex
turtles dream
Machina?
of sheep?
No. You're thinking of Oscar Isaac.
No, I'm thinking of a different movie. Extinction.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if I've seen that one, but there's a lot of cool movies that are vaguely around that.
This one is like, they think that they've driven off the. It's not a great movie. They think they've driven off the androids from Earth, but it turns out the humans left and the androids have forgotten that they're androids. So at one point he like cuts his arm open and there's a robot inside.
Oh,
of it
Wall-E.
he finds out he's a android.
What? Yeah, Wall-E is where that happens.
Yeah, it's Wall-E.
Cut their...
What?
I've never seen Wall-E.
Really?
Really?
No, that's a great movie.
In fact, there's a whole slew of Pixar movies I've never seen.
There's a few you can skip.
I've skipped nearly all modern Pixar movies.
Good dinosaur you can skip. Wall-E's worth it.
I downloaded Soul to watch, and Disney immediately clapped me up. You know how like your ISP will give you like the warning window you have to like log into?
Yeah,
I
remember when I got that when I was younger, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna stop torrenting forever.
Like after literally like decades of torrenting, I did one Disney movie, and they were on me like immediately.
Well, Cody, that's where today's sponsor NordVPN comes in.
Dang, what's their code?
I wish we had
NTPH. NTPH.
No,
promo code.
This is not sponsored. Do not use that code.
You could always try it. You know, maybe it'll do something. We won't get any money though. So
yeah, send us money.
Some other guy.
Yeah, sign up for NordVPN, but also send us money for telling you to do
separately.
A tip, if you will. You know, tipping culture in America. It's taking another being taken to another new level.
Oh boy. All right. I got nothing else for these episodes.
Same.
I'm good.
Let's talk about
these other two, like the last two were pretty good. Like,
I'd say these four were better than the three we watched last week. I will say that. Like these were a better set of episodes.
yeah, no, I 100% agree. Is it the best season of 2003 so far? I don't know. This did a lot of
It's
redeeming.
up there. It's a contender.
Yeah.
My only problem with the internet stuff is that they do this whole like think like a cybernaut thing, but it feels like they frequently forget that they can literally do anything.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we're out of
Anyway.
anchovies now.
We are at anchovies. I forgot to mention that
But yes,
earlier.
no, but I 100% agree. Like that is the fact that they have to keep reminding like Raph, like, oh yeah, I can do whatever I want. But okay, I'll show you. I remembered another I love. I really like. Well, I'm still in the same section, Cody.
No, I'm
Um,
just laughing. I'm enjoying it. I like
I
it.
really
I
liked.
encourage it.
I think their cybernaut powers are better than their dragon powers. Like they seem more natural for them to use.
That's true. I mean, because like Mikey busts out like
Like that cool
Like a-
wall running thing he does.
yeah, but he also does like a Chuck thing where it's like a Chuck force field.
Yeah, it makes a
Yeah.
shield out of it.
Raph
Yeah.
Raph does that thing and then just charges the cyber shredder through the wall. Like that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It is better than the Ninja Tribunal season.
I like that Leo has 4 swords, but
Yeah.
he never thinks to give himself 2 more arms.
He's
That
just
would be
he's
unnatural
limiting
and
he's limiting
grotesque.
himself.
Yeah.
Needs to think like a cybernaut.
Right. He's not thinking like a
Exactly.
cybernaut. The thing they
All
just
right.
made up. All right.
Keith,
News?
take us into the news.
April O'Neil, Channel 9 News. Channel 6 News.
Just keep
I want to
taking
point out real quick. Sorry. I think we actually got through all 4 episodes in an hour. So that would be
I told
a
you.
power hour.
I told you a power hour.
Here we go.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at us go.
Look at that. Now let's fuck it all up. Toys. What do we got tonight, Cody?
So everyone's most sought after figure that they've ordered multiple copies of, and it's going to be flying off the shelves. We saw like the final loadout for the Foot Mystic Mishima. He comes with a decapitated shredder worm head, which is pretty neat. Everyone loved that.
And definitely no
people are
one was like, where is this from?
I think the coolness, you love a good decapitated head, so it's like that's pretty cool. And people are speculating, some, not me, are speculating that we may see a shredder guy figure.
You mean me?
What?
I was speculating that. I was like, does this mean we have a shark shredder inbound? Maybe.
It could be Spencer is the forefront of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm
He's,
part of a movement,
he's-
really.
Just willing it into
Q
existence.
Shark Shredder Anon has started, and it's really it's a bit,
That's a
gained
bit of a
steam.
mouthful, Cody.
He's workshopping it. He's trying to
You got-
figure
you
out.
got-
the
you got it
business
out,
model.
you got it out.
Again,
You
not
got it
me,
out.
not me. I didn't make any of that up. That's all people.
Oh
like
yeah,
Spencer.
no, definitely.
I'm just
Cody.
don't shoot the messenger, okay? Jeez,
shoot
but
the
it looks
messenger.
really cool. And you
Stab
can
him
buy it.
instead.
Yeah, shoot a knife at him.
Don't
That's all.
shoot the
A lot of people
messenger.
A lot of
Stab
people are
him.
throwing knives lately.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and it's too late for you hearing this on the podcast, so I kind of ponder why I'm bringing it up. But the Playmates G.I. Joe seemingly will have gone up for pre-order on the 24th of
So
May.
I saw that graphic or a graphic showing that. I don't think that's official. That's just like the normal.
No, the
promo
graphic
shot.
isn't. It
Okay.
comes from the post I saw, and I'm pretty sure people are extrapolating from. It's like someone who's like an affiliate of Entertainment Earth,
Ah,
and so
is
like
this like that
they appar-
Arizona toy hunter guy again?
No, not him. It's someone else. It's like a I could find it on my story, but like someone who's like an affiliate. They're like, hey, according to our partner Entertainment Earth, like the pre-orders are going to go up on the 24th.
Gotcha.
So again, it's not like an official announcement. And the thing is, like, Playmates rarely does announce them, but they say, according to our sponsor, Entertainment Earth, the G.I. Joe TMNT line will be going up for pre-order this coming Sunday, May 24th at 12 a.m. So Which, you know, a week ago or so they did the Battle Damage Wrath and Rocksteady remaster. So I mean, it seems appropriate. Playmates on the Turtle Tracks podcast, the Playmates VP guy, I think he's the VP. He did say like it's not going to be like a staggered release, like the whole line is coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's not exclusive to one retailer, though places like Walmart will have like a 2-pack or things like that. So each retailer might have their own like special version, but I think these should be pretty easy to get. So I expect even if you're hearing this first, like they're probably still up for pre-order, I imagine, because they should be everywhere.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for those G.I. Joe turtles. Although,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm
like
all in.
going up for pre-order on a Sunday just seems really weird. But also, like,
Yeah.
it's Memorial Day weekend, so it seems like that would be like the time to put these up. But also, like, you'd think Veterans Day also would be a good time. I don't know.
Well, it's also like Playmates also just doesn't really announce things.
Yeah,
Or because like the 2-pack of Battle Damage Wrath just came up and someone's like, this is on Amazon now. And so it's like you just go pre-order it. So it is weird, but it's also not weird because just they do things randomly like that. So.
yeah.
But yeah, if you want to get them, keep your eyes peeled because those seem like the coolest things ever, and I can't wait. That's all for toys, unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am.
All right. In comics, Saturday Morning Adventures number 37 is going to be in your shop this week. And Saturday Morning Adventures may be ending with issue 41.
I see you did not read the thing we were talking about earlier in the group chat.
I think I might have caught some of it, but if it was
So
when
the
I was at work.
solicitation for issue 41 at the very end of the issue says the finale, and so people are speculating that that means that Saturday Morning Adventures is coming to an end. Which, if it is, I mean, 41 issues nowadays is a pretty good run for a comic.
Nice even number.
Exactly. But yeah, as of now, nobody knows. It was just the thing people were speculating on.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
from
think, and
their
again, I haven't.
solicit, Right? It says it like on the picture of the solicit for issue 40. It says next issue is the finale.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not clear if it's the finale of like this story. Although I think the one before this was a Muckman story, and this is a Metalhead story. So who knows?
Yeah, like I haven't followed the comic to know, but like it could vary because it doesn't. You would think they would say like series finale or something, and it's like the finale. And also,
Yeah,
isn't
like,
this pitching issue 40? So it stops at issue 40, not 41?
Well, so it's a picture. The solicit is for issue 40, and the bubble says next issue, the finale.
But wouldn't that
it
be
really
issue
could
40?
go either way.
Yeah, but we're speculating based on that. I don't think anyone's heard an actual end time for it.
Exactly.
Which again, I don't think IDW has very clearly like even signposted things ending either. They take kind of a Playmates vibe with things where it's like, does it end? Maybe. I don't know.
No, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's always been a lot of speculation. Like, is Night Watcher ending? Is Shredder ending?
Well, as of now, Shredder's not ending.
I feel like they just go until it's no longer successful, and then they stop, and it was never like a super plan.
That's every comic book company. That's a lot of manga companies.
Not One Piece.
Well, One Piece
Checkmate.
hasn't fallen under that threshold.
Man, you just got demolished in that debate.
Try reading a comic that try reading manga that no one else reads. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
Cody. Try reading like I don't know, maybe Blood Battlefront Blockade didn't get to be continued. I know the animated.
Like deliberately seek out manga that's still like in print, but nobody likes it, so it's not going to be in
reading
print.
Jump Flop.
Yeah. Read
You know
more
what? Look,
jump slop. Yeah.
one day
Oh, read
Keith
less
is
jump
gonna
slop.
fully.
Oh, less jump
One
slop.
day,
Sorry.
one day Keith is gonna fully catch up to One Piece, and he's gonna tear y'all apart.
Yeah, that one day is going to be like 30 years from now.
I don't care. Hey, I don't know how you view your friendship with Keith, but I fully expect to be Keith's friend in 30 years. So you do what you want with your life, and you
I expect
abandon
to be at
Keith
your
however you
deathbed
want.
and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say some
Because you'll die
brutal
before
words
me.
to you that'll linger with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm going to say the meanest thing I can right before you pass away. I'll just be like, real mean and real close and be like, good.
Only you will hear it.
Do you guys, side note, I don't have a lot of, like, I don't,
Friends, we know.
yeah, it's just you guys.
Yeah.
So when I die, you have to find my treasure. And you have to delete the hard drives. Quickly.
Yeah, my will is based on someone throwing my phone into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not like afraid of death or anything.
Leave us the note.
But do you ever think of the moment of, because I don't think anything happens after death, right? But do you ever think of the moment of not existing anymore, and you feel like a little kind of like it's almost like a biological short circuit in your brain, and it's kind of like the closest I ever feel like I could start having a panic attack. Do you ever guys think of that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, no, because I'm
like-
a millennial and I welcome the giant comet.
No. Don't get me wrong. Like I do too, but sometimes I just think, and it's just literally thinking of like trying to conceptualize what it's like to not exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I've realized like when I think of that more, like there is some kind of response that triggers in your body that's like, ooh, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that. My favorite theory that I read the other day of what happens when you die. This person was like, I think the entire universe ends. Everything is destroyed. I'm like, that's the most main character thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Which effectively it does, because if
Yeah.
you're not there to observe it, it's
And
the same
that was their
basically.
point too. It was like, and it makes me feel better about like leaving things or
But
leaving things
a real,
not resolved and whatnot. So
that's a real tree in a forest doesn't make a noise kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, if I don't hear it, I don't care. But no, I think it's interesting. And there was the only time I've ever been able to bring that up.
Yeah. Speaking of things coming to an end, do we have any more comic book art?
We do.
Talk? Yeah.
Yeah. So Freddie Williams is leaving the mainline Ninja Turtles book after issue 20, and Pharaoh Pay is returning for issue number 21, which I like Freddie Williams art a lot, but I also really like Pharaoh Pay's art, so I'm good. You know, for me either way, I'm like, sweet, yeah, give me some of that sweet Pharaoh Pay art.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. Not that I didn't like Freddie Williams either. Like I like Freddie Williams's art. I've talked about it before. But I really am excited for Pharaoh Pay to come back onto the book. And because it's been a while since he's drawn like the main book.
Mhm.
So
Hasn't been since like Armageddon Game.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he did like Stranger Things, TMNT, which was awesome.
Which art was really good in that book too.
Yeah,
Like
you should check his Instagram. He's been doing like Mirage style art. It's so fucking cool.
He's got
and he does
got,
covers
like,
frequently. And didn't he do Night Watcher?
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. He did Night Watcher with Juniba. Juniba wrote it.
Oh, that's
but like you can definitely see Juniba's like sort of influence for the way he like Juniba likes composing pages and stuff, and like the use of like onomatopoeia and things like that. You could see that in the artwork, but it was definitely Pharaoh Pay's art.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong.
Awesome duo.
After Freddie, Pharaoh is probably one of my top TMNT artists that's actually like doing a long run. There's sometimes like some of the one-off artists, like I'm not a one-off artist. I'm sure they did more, but like Pablo Tunica or like the Red Wallish guy, Mouse Guard guy. I forget his name.
Dave Peterson.
Yeah, and the guy who did Bebop and Rocksteady Destroy the World, like that kind of gnarly art. Yeah, like I love that artwork, but you don't get their stuff for like an extended period of time. So like after Freddie Williams, Pharaoh Pay probably is my favorite artist. So it is thrilling. Although I did like Juan Ferreira, right?
Yeah, Juan Ferreira's art was
he
so
was
cool.
freaking cool. Yeah, we've been so lucky on Ninja Turtles to have just runs of great artists. I mean, Mateus Sanluco back with like Secret of the Foot Clan, and
Yeah,
oh man,
he's super solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
He wa-
I'm super excited for Pharaoh, but I'm also devastated and shook that Freddy's gone because Freddy is like I just love Freddy's art and like I've loved every comic he's ever drawn, and so I was hoping, and you can if you go back, you can see when we were seeing like Freddy. I was telling Freddy he should do it for like 50 issues or whatever. Like I'm on record, and I was really hoping for that to happen. So I'm devastated that it's not.
yeah.
And he was
I
like, "Yeah,
assume
yeah,
he's moving on to some crossover because he's the king of the crossover comic. So
Yeah, I
And
don't
they're
I don't
always
want to
delightful. Yeah.
sound
Is he going to do the Smurfs fight the Chipmunks? I'm in.
please,
You know,
God, yeah.
I don't want to sound like overly critical of Freddy because I do love his artwork, like
Oh,
especially
you
in
better
Batman
shut
Ninja
your whore
Turtles.
mouth right now.
But I think he
You're gonna get
is.
a stabbing.
I do wonder. I do wonder if he has a hard time. I do wonder if he has a harder time keeping up with ongoing books because he does like a great job with covers and like your 6-issue sort of crossover series and things like that. His art is very polished in that. But I did notice that there's some panels in this run where I feel like sort of the musculature, like sort of the anatomy of the turtles, like kind of starts to get like a little lost. Like a panel here or there. It's not super like often, but comic book artists, you got to go through things fast. You got to do it quickly.
Well, and I'm
And
sure
so I
doing
do.
a run of 12 comics is a hellish thing, and there's a good reason people stop after like 12 issues.
Yeah, like doing a full
Unless it's
ongoing.
truly their book and they're going to do it for years and years and delay it or whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
he's only been on for 8 books now, right? Either way.
yeah. I mean, it'll be 20 when when issue 21 gets here, but
Well, but he didn't start with because it was
He started at 13.
he started at 13.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, he usually does like a 5 to 6 issue mini series. So I think Spencer might be onto something here that like, is it just his style is better suited? The way he works is better suited for a mini series versus an ongoing.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is very common. Like one of my other favorite artists on Lock and Key, like Gabriel Rodriguez, they did like 6-issue blocks, and then it was like a good time in between. So I'm sure like the prospect of drawing 12 issues at some point as an artist, you're like, fuck this.
Yeah. Even
And
Saturday
you know how
Morning
like
Adventures has gone between Sarah Meyer and God, I just lost his name. Shit. What's your name, buddy? Come to me. Dan Schoening. Like they've flipped back and forth issues. Schoening?
yeah,
They flip back and forth.
I assume the process of drawing comics regularly sucks, and there's a reason like manga artists have terrible, brutal lives and they're just dying, So I'm sure at some point they're all like, "Please God, get me off this book," doing it month after month. So I don't blame it, but I was hoping for like 50 issues.
Do we have confirmation that the writer is staying on? It's just the artist that's changing.
Yes. So Gene Luen Yang, because issue 21 starts the new arc, The City That Never Dies. So I'm really excited for that.
And then he's gone for 22. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny though.
So one more.
That would suck. But I mean, like I'm really enjoying Gene Luen Yang's run.
I am too.
Yeah, it's been a great story.
It's been real cool out of the gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you finish 18, Keith?
No, I've not.
God damn you.
All right, fine, no spoilers.
God damn you.
I'm gonna try and go this Wednesday when this new Saturday Morning Adventures drops because I am caught up on
Just
that.
read it digitally and then buy it anyways.
No. Right. Anything else for comics?
Now we're good there.
All right. Movies and TV. Bank, this is you.
Hey, so today or this week on Polygon.com, we got the official reveal and teaser for Teeny Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's right, Teeny Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are more turtle tots. Some say they look so much better than the ones from the 2003 cartoon. But
people are definitely saying it.
Yeah, people are definitely saying it.
Someone has said it not but 30 seconds ago. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've
Someone-
heard people say it. That's a fact.
Who's got two thumbs and is someone? This guy.
This guy.
But no, so Brian Van Hooker from Turtle Tracks got the exclusive reveal on Polygon. So he dropped the teaser trailer, which also confirmed that this is going to be 34-minute episodes. So it's not 34-minute episodes. That's 4-minute episodes on the Nick Jr. YouTube channel. So yeah, other than that, I mean, it's fine.
It looks exactly like what I expected. Like I was
Exactly.
not surprised. You know, it's like Spidey and his Amazing Friends, but Ninja Turtles. It's like exactly that. I am
Yeah.
surprised they're putting it on YouTube and not Paramount Plus. That seems like a weird decision, but maybe that's where their audience is. Also,
Well, babies
their
don't watch
weapon-
babies don't watch Paramount Plus.
That's true. Also, the other thing that kind of surprised me is that they have like Jello weapons, which I
Yeah.
guess is fine,
think
but I don't
those
know
look
why they didn't
cool
just use
AF.
like wooden ones like they've done for every other.
No, because the colors are
robot.
cool. The colors are way cooler. They made the right choice.
Yeah, Leo's like shoots a bolt or something when he swings it. The others don't do anything, but
Yeah, it kind of looks like a lasery, almost like a Legend of Zelda, like beam sword ish
Mhm.
vibe
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
I think it's smart because it's 30. God, it's such a cursed way of saying it. They're 4-minute
episodes of
shorts,
4
and there's
minutes.
30 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because Mike kept making the joke like 34 minutes.
That's
If you want
4 minutes.
Yeah. Like if you want, because clearly, like the potential for a kids product that kids love, like you're talking billions of dollars. Like if that pops off, good news. Here's a toothbrush. Here's shoes or whatever. You can literally sell. You can sell them the moon. So that's clearly what they're hoping for. And so if you want that to really take off and be popular, it behooves you to like spam it in the most broad place ever. So like YouTube probably is your best chance of that, and just like playing it for kids. So I think it's a pretty smart choice if they really want to.
Yeah, I mean Disney does that with like Minnie's Boutique. Like it's 3-minute episodes and there's like 18,000 of them and they're all on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll also. There's no reason they can't also slap it on Paramount Plus, and since it's short, they could also like, oh, you're watching SpongeBob? Here's a 4-minute turtle thing. Got ya, sucker. Like there's
Yeah.
literally no reason they can't just slap it in everywhere.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get
These
a hook.
episodes are short enough that they could be the ads,
Yeah.
like in between.
Could be, and
like-
I'm sure they'll also like splice them up on TikTok or whatever
Yeah.
if they're smart too.
The thing that I hate about it is that they're only 4 minutes. Because I'd love watching these with my daughter, but
I would
toddlers
assume
being
if it's
toddlers,
successful, they'll make more.
they want to watch the same episode like over and over again. And if it's only a 4-minute episode, that's the same 4 minutes that you have to watch over and over again. Versus like a show that has like 20-minute episodes. You're instead watching like the same 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
over
you're
and
gonna
over again.
watch the whole 30 episode block and then restart it.
Yeah.
God, no, I know
Oh.
exactly that pain because my daughter wanted to watch the episode of the Super Mario Super Show where they were in the snow world. There's 52 episodes. I didn't know which episode she was talking about, and oh my fucking god! It's birds,
so
by the way.
of course, in typical fandom fashion, everyone was totally normal about this reveal, and absolutely no controversies were had by anyone.
Yeah, fans are. I mean, to be fair, I've seen a good chunk of fans who understand that like
Yeah.
what visually looks very directly like something made for children is probably for children. But yeah, there's been a real who's who of idiots. Like I literally just got like a comment now where someone's talking like, oh, if it introduces kids to TMNT, then I'm all about it. Future TMNT fans. And someone says they're not gonna like it as they get older if they associate it with babies. And it's like, y'all are dumb. Like you're a
Yeah.
dumb person.
Yeah.
Because it's
For
not
example,
gonna be the
the
only.
Muppets
It's clearly
both
not
have
gonna be
babies
the only.
and the Muppet Show, and
Yeah,
two different
the
audiences.
one-
Love it.
the comment I saw a lot was that like, oh, they canceled Tales of the TMNT and the last Ronin movie for this, and it's like, no, they didn't.
My
Well, I
favorite's
also
been
saw
the
they canceled
Rise for
Rise.
this.
Yeah, it's like
Yes, yeah.
like
I
nearly
think that one
6
was a
years ago.
joke. I think that one was a joke, but but it's like,
I mean, some are, but I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of that where it's literally also not a joke, and so it's just
well,
like,
yeah. I mean, like, there's people who said, oh, they canceled 2012 for this. Like, it's a joke the further back you go.
There are a lot of people I've seen who are like, "Oh, they look just like the 2012 ones, but little." It's like, I guess, but
Yeah, like
Or they're
the
like, oh, they
Mickey one
used
the
the Rise
most.
music. What does this mean for Rise? And it just means
yeah,
they
Raph
Yeah.
has a
wanted to use the
snaggletooth.
music.
It's like it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything.
I did think it was funny that people are like, can't wait to see Shredder throw this Leo through a window.
Yeah,
That'd be
It's like,
fun.
I would be surprised if there's even a shredder on
TMNT
the show.
fans, we got one joke,
Yeah.
and it's throwing Leo through a window.
I have really no strong feelings about it. I don't care that they're wearing shoes. I don't care that they're little babies. I don't care that they canceled Rise for this. So
Wearing shoes makes sense. I'd never thought about it before, but they're walking around in the sewers, you know.
yeah,
They're filled with tapeworms and all sorts of weird diseases and fungus. They should
Aren't we
always
all?
have shoes.
well, I mean, like, you don't need to watch this. Like, don't. I mean, every episode is the same. If you've seen like Minu's Boutique or anything, it's like, oh, we dropped our ball down this hole. Let's go get it. And it's just like, run, 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 run. 4 minutes goes up. Roll ads. Do it again.
No,
Like, it's all the same
Keith.
shit.
No, Keith.
Yeah.
Everything made about a property I love has to be made for me, and it has to
Yeah,
be
no,
catered to me as I
we're
age through
we're
my life.
announcing tonight. We're announcing tonight that we're covering this after 2003.
I do think there's actually a very good chance that these are some of the best TMNT episodes, because there's when you're making something silly to be silly, there's a degree of like bizarre creative freedom that happens where it's like you unironically, a lot of times they end up making stuff that's just truly fun because they're not like trying to make it any sort of way except just like stupid dumb fun, you know?
Yeah, like that episode of Spidey and His Amazing Friends where Aunt May can't stop laughing because of Green Goblin's giggle gas. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like there's and I'm not
Yeah.
saying they're not going to be like masterpieces, but there's a decent chance because like the
I
pressure is
am
so
saying
low.
that's a masterpiece. So
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
believe
watch
Well,
more
like
Spidey.
like
They can turn into dinosaurs now.
these probably will be fun to watch, unironically.
Yeah.
I forget what it is, but it's like the Mickey, like the Kitty Mickey one. Like I watched a Halloween version. I don't know what it's
Oh.
called, but if you go on like Disney Plus, there's like a Mickey Mouse short where they're in like they're in a haunted house telling each other stories and they get scared.
Paul Reddish, the Paul Reddish ones, those are great. Those are hilarious.
Yeah.
That
Like,
was
stuff
Paul
like that can
Reddish.
be
Is that
super
the
fun.
guy's name that directs those? Anyway, but I know what you're talking
I
about
think so.
because
Yeah,
my
yeah.
daughter loves those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love them too. I think they're hilarious.
It's my favorite version of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyways, now
All right.
sorry.
Moving on to games. For those of you pinball aficionados, wizards, if you will, pinball wizards, Wonderland Amusement is making a new pinball machine. It's up for pre-order right now. There's two versions. We got a standard one, which comes with all your basic stuff. Pinball, a ball for the pinball. It does include Wi-Fi enabled updates. I don't know what that's about. It is a full-size pinball machine, and then there's also like this extra fancy super edition, which comes with like 5 figures that I think go in the pinball machine, along with a sweet acrylic shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady on the top. This is just pre-order right now. I don't see like a release date for it, but it's got art on the side of Mateus Santaluco's turtles and all up the sides and on the front of it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, looks like it's all based off of Santaluco's art. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's really neat.
So, I actually talked to this guy at WonderCon earlier this year, and because they had the unit out on the floor, and it's the exact unit that's in all of these promo shots. And so we were talking about it, and he was the one who had told me that, like, because this has that new World of TMNT like brand logo that Nick's been using now.
Yeah.
And so he had let me know that like that's kind of the new logo that Nickelodeon wants the licensees to use.
Yeah, because
So
that's right. Playmates is branding figures as it too. Like
Yeah,
certain
so-
batches even.
Yeah, so they just slapped it on here. The Mateus Santaluco art for the game, because I also asked, because they said at the booth they said specifically like custom Mateus Santaluco art, like all new original art. But I was like, this is the cover to Mutants in Manhattan. That's where these art assets are from. So I asked him to clarify, and he had said that these were all placeholder arts. They are getting custom art for him from him for this. It is not this art.
Look at that.
So-
Even I posted the image. There's like a 3D. It's like models of Santaluco's art.
Those are the figures that Keith is talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, those
great.
are for the Turtle Power version.
So they didn't have those at WonderCon. And the interior here with the pipes and everything, they were describing that to me. But the mock-up they had at WonderCon didn't have all of like this interior stuff. It was more like kind of an empty shell with like cardboard little slots in there.
So they showed you a square box, and they were like,
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
I mean, it was the
Yeah,
it was this actual like, I don't know. Do you call them what do you call these pinball chassis cases? I don't know.
Cabinet?
It's chassis.
Yeah. Is it a cabinet? Is it a pinball cabinet?
It's an
Like an
arcade
I think it's
cabinet. So I
cabinet.
assume it's
I think cabinet is correct, actually.
Okay.
I hope they let you play whatever theme song you want to play on those speakers on that pinball machine.
Yeah.
Back to the Sewers theme song while you just, you know.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the Wi-Fi enabling was for like leaderboard stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it could also be possible because, like, a lot of modern pinball, like, there's like the screen element where it's like hit it through the pipe and it'll trigger this. So in theory, they could add new elements to the game and little scenarios and story.
Yeah, it does say it has story-based gameplay, so you might be on something.
Yeah,
there.
because I would assume the
like
screen just goes through that, and so they could update that
was like
DLC
some-
for your pinball.
Yeah, like it was something about like comic book, like very comic book inspired. It sounded neat at the time. He didn't have much to talk about for it, so this is actually the first big reveal since. So very cool. Very kind of excited.
It'd be pretty damn sweet to have. Pre-sale. If you want the standard, pre-sale is $849 with a 1100 MSRP. If you get the Turtle Power edition, and why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to be Turtle Powerful? Which it actually has. I like the extra to it. That's $1149 with a 1450 MSRP.
And I'm just imagining being rich enough to not only have space
guys,
for a pinball machine, but also to be able to buy a pinball machine.
My birthday's coming up, and you've been thinking of what to get me. Like you all chip in, and it's not that expensive.
That's pretty expensive still. It's pretty expensive.
I mean, if one of your birthdays was coming up, I would have done it. But only
my birthday's coming up, actually. I think mine might be 4 years.
I said it first. I don't believe you.
Mine's next month.
If yours truly was coming up, you would have said so, but you didn't. So I already walked in. I had dips. Nope, I had dips. Get a different
Cody,
gift.
I don't know if you know this, but mine comes up actually every year.
Still, I called the birthday shotgun. So sorry, guys.
A birthday shotgun.
Well, they really did just present
show
you
you
with
a
a box.
Mike.
I told you, like literally. I just posted the pictures I took from WonderCon in the
Like
in
they
the-
could have literally just done
Wow.
like any pinball machine and put turtle stuff on it, but they're like, it's a box. Like pinball will go in here.
Right.
It's literally
There will be balls.
There's not even a pinball inside of it. Yeah.
Like I do appreciate the box is empty, but they still put the lever, like the little pull thing,
Yeah.
because they're like, look, you won't know it's a pinball thing unless we put here,
Right.
but none of
No
the other
one's seen.
components are inside.
I listened to a really interesting podcast about pinball recently and like the scandals about it up in Seattle. It's an episode of the Doll I'll
Tilt?
send to you. It's amazing.
Tilters, people.
No, like you could gamble on pinball and there was like a bunch of gang activity around it because of that.
Of
Yeah,
like
really
people getting
interesting.
high scores, or what would they gamble on?
I don't really
I mean, I assume,
understand.
like-
probably the highest score, yeah.
Like, or whoever.
But I mean,
comes
this is like
up with
early
this-
pinball too. This is like 1930s pinball.
Yeah, because you
but
can
could win
gamble on
prizes
anything.
and
So
shit.
it's like,
yeah,
if this idiot scores or not, you could do it.
you
just
could win
fine.
prizes and shit, and like there was a whole pinball racket, people muscling each other out, and a lot of explosions, a lot of bombings apparently around pinball machines. So
My
you
best
guys-
memories of
Ooh.
pinball is like you go on vacation with your family, and like the crappy hotel you stay at has an arcade, and they have like a Indiana Jones pinball machine,
Yeah,
and you
that
just
one.
play it. Stuff like
Say,
that is what
my
I
favorite.
remember most about pinball.
That was my favorite pinball machine. It's pinball machine, not cabinet. Pinball machine.
I bet if you drill down, they call it the cabinet.
I'm sure somewhere someone does. No, my favorite thing was the at Disneyland they had there was a store right across from the Indiana Jones attraction. And it was like the Indiana Jones outpost. And they had the Indiana Jones arcade machine or pinball machine in there, and I used to love playing it.
That is awesome.
I do
But the
enjoy
best-
pinball spontaneously like that. I don't know that I would enjoy it in my house though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's kind of what I told them when we were talking. I was like, I don't know how many, like, because they did the whole Stern pinball thing like a few years ago,
Yeah.
and so like this is like a little bit. This isn't like an even more niche company than Stern, and so it's like, who is your audience for this? Like, this is a very hyper specific, like, and you can see the picture I posted. Like, this is a very large cabinet.
Yeah, it's a full size.
I mean, I'm sure like people love pinball, and it's just like it's the
Sure.
same thing for a time. Arcade 1-Up was super popular, you know. So it's
Like,
kind of like a
Arcade 1-Up was,
grail
like,
thing to have like a pinball in your man cave.
It's just
Sure.
weird to me that like within what 4 or 5 years of each other, we've had 2 different companies put out TMNT pinball machines. Like,
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I don't know.
and there's also like like bars and stuff. So like the audience isn't necessarily
true.
exclusively just regular people. Like any
No,
bar
you're
or
right. You're right. I
gameplay.
didn't consider that.
You would think they would have already jumped on the Stern pinball. I don't know. I don't know how the
Yeah, but it's also like it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you've had the same pinball machine for years. When are you going to get a new pinball machine?
yeah.
Starring the same characters.
Yeah.
My in-laws have a pinball machine, and we have an annual Christmas pinball tournament. And I won like the
They
second
make
one,
you
and then
put-
retired.
They make you
so-
put quarters in for it.
No. It's like an at-home one. There's no quarter slot.
Well,
I do wonder though, because
that's,
I've never had long-term access to a pinball machine. I do wonder if it would ruin the magic. Because part of the magic is pinball, is you have like $1, and like that's the only game you're ever gonna play, you know, and a lot's riding on it, and that's like it makes it a very magical, limited experience. If you could just play it all day, maybe it's
There
not as
is,
good.
I
Maybe
mean,
pinball sucks.
I have the arcade 1-Up you were talking about, and there is that factor, but it's also nice to just sit and like really master a game that you love anyway. So
That's
there's
true.
that too.
I mean, for me, the dream would be to like have an arcade with like a MAME arcade with all the games loaded into it. And I would charge my friends to play it because I would
best
only put it on for-profit quarter mode.
The best pinball game is Sonic Spinball.
That's true. I was never a Sega kid, and you're like, oh my god, this is the coolest game ever.
I mean, Sonic Spinball is one of the best Sonic games, 100%.
Some would argue it's the only good Sonic game.
Some would. Some
No,
definitely.
I'm just
would.
kidding. The first like 3 Sonic games are really solid, and after that, the whole thing goes to shit. But
Wow. We're being bold today, aren't we, Cody?
So
what,
Cody,
Sonic and Knuckles?
Cody, if you get the
Oh.
base version of this pinball game, you would only have to charge your friends 3,396 times before you made your money back.
Can you imagine? I'm like, everybody, like you're having a house party. You're like, I got this sweet pinball machine, and they're like,
Yeah.
Cody, why does it take 7 quarters to play? And it's like, I don't know. That's
And
how
then
it's
you-
made. It sucks, but it is what it is.
And then you lock the doors so they can't leave.
Right.
All they can do is just stay and keep playing.
But also
I got
you've like,
change though. If you need to break a doll, I got the change.
you've also like you put wood blocks on the back legs so that it tilts forward a little fast, so the ball goes a little faster than they expect. You know,
I'm behind with a lever as they're pressing. I'm just
Yeah.
like flipping the shit out of it.
just a bottle piston back there going at it. Yeah,
Oh,
bottle
no,
jack.
they lost
Oh,
another
oh.
ball.
Yeah, pushing them, making them tilt the machine.
Where's everyone
Ah, you son of
going?
a
Why does
bitch.
everybody
Yeah.
like to stay at my parties? What's going on?
Because we can't leave, Cody. You won't let us.
Right. Dressed like a wizard because you're a pinball wizard. We're like, that's not what that means. All right.
I
Any other
got a
news,
couple of those.
guys?
I think that's enough bullshit for tonight.
All right. So, Spencer, what are we doing next week?
Next week, we're covering the final 3 episodes of season 7 of 2003.
Oh my goodness.
City Under
Final
Siege,
countdown.
Super Power Struggle, and Wedding Bells and Bites.
Oh boy.
Final 3 episodes of the 2003 series.
End of an era.
Amazing. Yeah.
Will this end on a high note or with a wet fart? Who knows?
Sometimes the two are one and the same. So,
I really
Exactly.
don't like the whole wet fart thing. I don't like how that's become a popular saying.
I do, because it's an apt description.
Because really, what we're saying is like, will it end on a high note, or will you shit your pants?
Yeah, that's the metaphor.
I don't know. I don't think it's going for the same
see,
thing.
I think of it the opposite. I'm on the toilet. I've been constipated all day, and you get that wet fart. It sounds hilarious, and it's leaving. I think that's. I think a wet fart could be a good thing.
I've
Wet
also
fart's cool.
never. I've literally never been constipated.
I
I don't know what
believe-
y'all are doing. Like, how often do you guys poop?
More than
Every
once a
day.
day.
What do you
At
like?
least once a day.
Like twice a day.
Yeah.
Easy. So, like, have you heard like some people they go like multiple days, and I literally don't know how they can walk around being so full of shit. I literally
My
don't
sister's like
understand.
that. She's like, it's weird that you poop more than once a day. And sometimes I'll text her and I'll be like, I poop 4 times today, Brie. She's
Yeah,
"What's
I
wrong with
literally,
you?"
I physically don't understand how it happens. You must feel like literal shit all day because you're just like packed with shit.
Yeah.
How do you not clog toilet? Like, how does it work? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Easy.
No,
See,
I
I don't
don't,
like the wet
actually.
fart way of talking. I don't like it. I think culture has embraced farts too much.
Nah, farts are funny.
And I've never got to the end of something and felt like I shit my pants with disappointment.
You're making the
Well,
same
we-
argument as like
We still
screw
have
the
to finish
pooch.
on 2003, so we'll find out.
It's like you either did great or you literally fucked a dog. Screw the pooch. Come on, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's the etymology for that?
Yeah. All right, let's get at it. On that note, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Thank you guys for checking out another episode of the Ninja Turtle Power Hour. We really do appreciate you coming back every week. Let us know somewhere on the internet what you think of the show at Ninja Turtle Power Hour or Ninja Turtle PH on all the socials. Also, join our Discord at the link in our bio.
All right, folks, that's our show. Thank you again so much for listening. And until next time, cowabunga dudes.
Certified turtlefied.
Screwed the pooch.
Hot soup.
Wet fart.
Wet.
That's-
Yeah, apparently it is just literally based on the more vulgar version was fuck the dog. So, you know, there's no artistry behind that. It's just
Oh
quite
wow! I
literal.
can't believe that. Someone was just like, "Ah, you really fucked the dog." Like, what? What are you talking about?
What?
And then that guy was like, "I'm going to use that." That was so brilliant, and that caught on from there.
Yeah, apparently that's from John Rawlings, a Yale graduate. So you can thank Yale for
Oh, thank you. Yet another thing I can thank Yale for.
that. Man, missed all the good talk.
I did, yeah. But yeah, careless people, not to be confused with careless whispers. Crazy book to hear this lady and about her time at Facebook. Just insane.
And Dungeon Crawler Carl, not Sex Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Which anybody who reads the series knows it's basically the same thing.
I did read the Free Comic Book Day book, which was okay.
Dude, so a lot of comic book stores were like held on to their copies apparently and are now reselling the Dungeon Crawler Carl Free Comic Book Day books.
Really?
Yeah.
What's funny, It's a
It's
print
like a
of a
month later
webtoon,
now.
which is hilarious.
Yeah. But it just feels scummy. Like,
Yeah, they literally got them for free.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, don't they have to order them
I mean,
technically?
yeah, they have to order and pay for them. It's a joke because it's like, oh, but these comics are free. Which, like, I
Do they
get
pay
it.
for
I
them?
get, yeah, of course they
Huh.
do.
I thought it came from the comic book companies. The comic book companies footed
I
the
think
bill.
they get them at a discount. I'm pretty sure, but they do have to pay to get the comics.
I think they're less because like they're not even like real comics. They're like a story or something. Like, but they like the whole gimmick is that like, you know, hey, these are like free books to give out like at your thing, but some stores were hanging on to the books and not even offering them and then reselling them later, or saying you, hey, like you have to spend $50 in comic or $50 in store before you can get like this comic or something. But the Dungeon Crawler Carl book was the hottest book for Free Comic Book Day. So it's like now that we're like almost a month out, like it still feels scummy to sell Free Comic Book Day books, but like it's less egregious a month later. I'm just more like, hey, these are a lot of books that you're selling. So
Yeah, if you look on eBay, it's like you're pretty much like $15 a pop.
yeah,
Really?
like before I had them for 10. So
It's like
Because
those
it's
the
like
first
it's like $7. Shipping is another 7, give or take.
Yeah.
So
it's the first like comic book appearance of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and so I think there's people that are just purchasing it speculatively and that have
yeah,
are
but
getting it speculatively.
it's also a
well,
hot,
it
you know, it's also a hot book. Like it's
Yeah.
very popular.
Yeah.
there's something particularly stupid about collecting the Free Comic Book Day version though, because it's like I don't know the print runs on these, but I would assume they're fairly fucking large, you know? It's like
Yeah, it's not particularly rare. Although,
I
like,
hope
I think Astounding
everyone
Wolfman did the same thing where they started the comic with the Free Comic Book Day one, so like you'd have to buy it to read the story if you didn't get
I'm
it for
pretty
free.
sure that's not going to be the case though. I'm pretty sure it'll
Well,
just be a
remember
regular.
how for the IDW run, the Free Comic Book Day issues were canon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed out on, you know, one of those issues, oh no, you're not going to know who those fake turtles were. That turned out.
Hacker.
Which, I
Yeah.
mean, the payoff to them was stunning. So you're really,
I know.
really
I know.
gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna want.
No wonder we didn't know who they
What?
were. No one remembered them.
No one remembered them from the Free Comic Book Day issue.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure didn't the normal run recap it anyways?
I mean, the Free Comic Book Day issue just kind of like debuted the new turtles is all it did. Like those,
Yeah.
the imposter turtles. But
Yeah,
like,
it
it
just
wasn't really
introduced them
required.
and-
But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure like
it
the story
introduced
went
them.
over it anyways, though.
Well, no, the
Probably.
Free Comic Book Day didn't go over their story. It just kind of like introduced them, and it was like Venus's vision or something.
Yeah, something along those lines. Or
Like it wasn't even like a story. It was like Venus's vision of her
It was
seeing guys.
Yeah, it was a teaser.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was
It's the
just
demo
one
disc. It's the demo disc of comics.
Yeah,
Basically.
that's what a lot of those Free Comic Book Day issues are kind of forced.
Yeah.
I do hope a lot of dumbasses end up with comics in the future, and when they're, you know, like 60 years old, which for many of those dumbasses will be in like 10 years. I hope they get to live long enough to liquidate their stuff or see their kids throw it away, you know. And I hope there is an afterlife, so all these idiots who wasted their money on things get to, in the spirit realm, they get to watch
Weird hopes, bud.
they get to watch their, like, you know how like you have like storage wars where like you have a bunch of idiots auctioning off like storage units. I hope they get to see their stuff going for, you know, pennies on the dollar.
Cody,
and then
Cody, unrelated,
thrown
are
into
you
the
still getting
landfill.
the Mondo giant vinyl ones?
I did get those, and they will end up in the
Just
landfill
curious.
someday.
Not
Oh, I'm
related
very
to what we're
aware. Like,
talking
I don't collect stuff for future value. I fully know I'm blowing my money on dumb bullshit. Which I'm fully in support of. I'm not anti that. I'm anti this whole like manufactured everything is rare thing. Like, hey,
Mhm.
like again, I'm staring at like a Freddie Mercury figure from McFarlane that says limited to like 4,444 pieces, right? Which is just like there's something particularly dumb about collecting when people sell it to you as a collectible, you know? Especially
Yeah.
like think of like Pokemon cards where they're like, "Oh, we got to buy it so we can get the rare." And it's
You're
like of
thinking
the,
about like speculatively
the 10.
buying it as an investment.
Yeah, like
You know.
and companies lean into that and they're like a
Mhm.
good example, do you remember and this is topical cuz their IDW is going to like reprint issue number 1, which everyone's super excited to finally get cuz we haven't ever had that. Um But last year, like Bottleneck sold the. It's like they printed them with like the actual plates or whatever. You know, they found them in their backyard. Um, but they did a cool thing where it's like, hey, we'll sell you graded ones. You can buy one that's graded 9.6 or
yeah,
above. You know, and it's like, so you're telling me not only is the rarity so artificial that you can guarantee the good rated ones, which seemingly you're either making a bunch of comics and you're grading them and then throwing away the bad ones, or you're just making a bunch of comics and calling them high grade, you know, like which is it? Because either way,
Mhm.
this is dumb. And that's where I hope everyone gets burned. Because we have this like mentality, because you see like, you know, what, like almost like 50 years ago, someone had a Star Wars figure, everyone threw it out, and they were like one of the kids that didn't, and then they grew it up. All the kids who had theirs thrown out want to buy it back, and so there's this whole like, oh, finally a mint condition Luke Skywalker. I never was able to have this, and so that's like people are like, oh, collecting is like a future investment when it's really not. Because you can watch those same shows, and they're like, yeah, these figures don't sell anymore. Why? Because the people who wanted them are dead. So good luck. Like that's where I hope everyone gets burned, and they get to live either in this life or the afterlife to see how stupid they were.
wait, it's Luke and Obi-Wan and my favorite Chewie. They're all here.
I crushed my Wookiee.
Oh, I crushed my Wookiee. That's all I could think of when Cody was saying that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't know. I get annoyed
I was
with
just thinking,
comics.
Spencer.
I figured. I imagined it sounded Simpsonsy. It sounded Simpsonsy.
I was
But
thinking that, or possibly like Family Guy or Venture Brothers or
yeah.
something.
But no, like the speculative like aspect of comics, like I don't like it, but also like I don't know, it's an aspect of them. You know, at the end of the day, like it's an aspect of them, but definitely our speculative market that exists there exists to like it's there and it drives up the cost of comics. That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
that all of it kind of drives up the cost? It makes them collector's items instead of like this story to be read. You know.
Yeah, there's just something so beautifully like human idiocy about it. Like there's nothing more peasant brained than like a medium that's designed to be throwaway and cheap, and then someone's like, you know, that's worth a lot of money. What if instead of paying $1 for this, you paid $100? And people are like, so you're saying it's rare?
I mean, I don't
Like,
hate people collecting them though, right? Because like, I mean, for example, I mean, I
I
collect
do.
some comics
For the record, I
myself,
want to say I do.
but like the original Golden Age comics, if some people didn't collect them and save them, we just wouldn't have them. You know, like that's it. Like we
Couldn't
wouldn't
read
have them. We wouldn't be able to
his
read.
Frankie's Blue Beetle comics.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to read the like that original Superman comic. Like none of it. It just wouldn't exist. So I do appreciate the people who have collected this stuff and held on to it, right? You know, so I'm not against collecting, But like when your market becomes geared towards selling a collector's item instead of like distributing a story, it definitely becomes a problem. And now that I understand like what direct sales even means, because I didn't get that until like I'd listened to Little Bosses Everywhere. That's like that book about MLMs, how the pyramid scheme shaped America, is, the full title. But it's about MLMs, and like the MLM is like the child of direct sales. Like it's like a further evolution of it. And so knowing the comic books are just like a direct sales thing, is interesting. It's wild that comic book shops take on the amount of risk that they do to sell comics. Like and now I know why you have to go to like the special little store to buy their special little books. It's because it's all direct sales. They aren't putting those books on the shelves of a grocery store and things like that. You got to go to the actual comic book shop and buy them, because that you have to go to just basically someone who buys them to sell them. The comic book companies themselves, that means that like they just straight up sell the comic books to, like, it's not like there's no deal that's worked out where the comic book shop takes a cut or whatever, as they offer to sell it. Like they straight up just buy them. I don't know. There is definitely a big amount of risk that comic book shops take. And I don't know, you also learn that like all those diamond numbers and things like that, back when diamond used to be a thing, was just comic book shops buying these issues. It wasn't even people buying them. We have no idea what the actual retail numbers were, because they don't track that.
Yeah, I mean, though the same thing, like to be fair, when you look into anything, all of human commerce is nonsense. It's the same thing like bestseller lists.
Mm.
Like people just buy their own books, and so it's like anybody can get on the bestseller list if they want to. Like,
yeah, you just got to buy enough of them.
Well, like they buy them, they give them out in like speaking engagements or what. Like, there's so many things, and then it's the same thing. It's like video views. Like have you ever you go on a website and you know how there's like a video playing in the corner?
Yeah.
As soon as you load it, like that gets them another view. Like fantastic. Like now they have the most popular YouTube video ever because you looked up a GameFAQs article for like a Mario 2 game on the NES, but congratulations, you also watched some guy's YouTube video. Like the more you look into it, like literally everything that humans do is fake, and it's like the whole like dead internet theory is more and more true every day because it's just content made by bots, watched by bots.
TikTok is straight up just like, hey, your video, it seems like it's a pretty good video, but if you actually wanted to do numbers, you can give us some money. You can pass some money our way.
You know what my favorite part about that is how specific they are, because it's not like, hey, give us $20 and you could get like tens of thousands of views. It's always like, if you give us $23.49, we'll give you 10,231 views. And it's like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, you're really that blatant about it, right? Like you're not even like trying to do the illusion, but they're like, no, we can guarantee exactly how many you get. It's like, how can you guarantee? What does that mean? Like, what are you doing?
It was funny because like they gave me this notification that looked like it was a coupon, but like specifically just to get like free promo. To like how I read it is, it's like you can get like our $20 package promo for free. The way they worded it was weird. Yeah. So I clicked on it, and then of course like all it meant was that like I'd get like $2 off, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying money. but I was looking through and like reading all their options, and you can like pick if you want to have more likes on your video, to have more followers from your video. And basically it seems like they're just going to put the video in front of people that are more likely to do those things, because they track people's habits. And
for sure. But they could also, like, I have no doubt that they also just like straight up fake it.
Oh, that could be it too. There's also a part of me that wonders if some of these guys, like, they just don't tell you about like some of the people that it's been viewed. You know, they withhold those views unless you pay the money, and then they're just like, okay, actually, this many people actually saw it. You know, like
Yeah, I
this
mean,
many
it's all
people actually
nonsense.
liked it.
And if you look at the metrics, like even like I have like no matter how popular the video is, because like you do social media and you're trying to constantly like learn what the system is, like what got me views, right? And it's always like,
Mhm.
oh, if people engage, if people watch the full thing, right? And so you'll
Right.
post videos, most of them do nothing, right? Like maybe
Mhm.
like a video pops off and you get a few thousand. Because TikTok used to be like way more explosive. But let's say like you post on average, you get a couple hundred views and you're like, all right. And then it pops off, you get like 1,000. But there's sometimes you can see it rocket up and you get like 2 million views. And it's like,
Mhm.
wow, this is really cooking. Like this is a successful video. I should emulate this. You look at
What's
your
it like,
metrics.
Cody? What's it like to
No,
get 2 million views?
you make an incredibly stupid video on accident and don't really think about it in post and it does well, and then other videos you spend hours on don't do anything. That's what it's like.
Hmm.
But because like the video I'm talking about, and I can repost the video and it always happens, so there's something particularly stupid about the video that people love. It's the mutating turtles from
Mhm.
Playmates, where it's like you have like the cursed looking big o freako baby turtle and you transform it. And it's not particularly well shot. It's just whatever it is. But if I repost that year after year, I can get like 2 million views each time. But if you look at the metrics, it's like how long did people watch this? And you're like, this should be really interesting, right? And they're like, most people stopped watching it after like 2 seconds on like a minute video. And so if you try to analyze that, you're like, how do I recreate that success? It's very clear you just don't. Like, it's just all nonsense. Because if they're saying 2 million people watched it and like 99% of them stopped watching after 2 seconds, how could you say that 2 million people watched it? You know, like, and so I think of that constantly every time you see like, this is the most viewed thing in existence. And it's like, no, it's not. And maybe like the stuff that gets 10 billion views truly has like a longer watch time, but I highly doubt it. So I'm just more and more convinced literally everything we do is bullshit and nothing matters.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't even like for TikTok, like, I don't really try all that hard. It's really more like just a way to kind of, I don't know, let
No,
off
your videos
steam
are
for
fun and
me.
interesting. What is funny though, because it's like if you pay, like why would TikTok give you views after if you don't pay again? You know,
Yeah.
because they're like,
Yeah.
pay us and we'll give you 20,000 views. You're like, will you? If I do, will you still give me views after that? And they're like, sure, we will. Sure, that's how capitalism works.
Yeah. But for me, it's like a thing of like, I don't know, it's like a way for me to just like, I guess, yeah, like let off some of the pressure, I guess, of like all this comic book stuff that I read, that I'm just like,
The
I gotta talk
crushing
about it.
weight of freedom fighters on your soul. Like,
Yeah, you know, and just the comic books and things in general that I read. Like, I still have like all like different things that I need to make a video of that I just still haven't. But you know, these things just sit there, and it's like I can talk about it to my wife. I can maybe even tell her some things again, but I'm gonna drive her insane. You know, if I like, that's also why I started this podcast, right? Is that back when
Your wife
she,
was like,
you
leave me
know,
alone. You're like, all right, I'll make a
back when she
podcast.
was working at, yeah, back when she was working at a pharmacy, you know, as a pharmacy tech, she'd get home from work and was just like, I'm so sorry, but I just got home. Like, you can't talk
I
to me
can't
about
listen to your
Ninja Turtles.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
like, not.
I need
Like,
a
actual fuck
second,
up.
you know. And so
If you say one word to me, I will karate chop you in the Adam's apple.
yeah, you know, basically just like I can't talk about like you know, Ninja Turtles, you know, because she
So
doesn't
that
care about Ninja
conversation
Turtles, which is
specifically
fine,
has
you know.
happened.
I mean, not exactly in that way, but like it is one of
Because
those
that'd be
things
hilarious
where
if, like, preemptively, she's like, "Look, let me lay some
Yeah,
stuff
I
down."
can see it in your eyes. Don't even talk to me about it.
no, like it wasn't necessarily like it. Basically, did eventually come up where she's just like, look, I sometimes I get home and like I just need some time, you know, kind of thing,
That's
which
so
is
good.
totally fine, totally legitimate thing. But you know, it's like, yeah, uh,
It's like she walks in the door and you're like, "Mommy, mommy, I have to tell you about Leo."
Kinda, but that was way back when I started this podcast too. So I was way more like active on the internet with Ninja Turtles and things like that. Now I find a lot of the discussion around a lot of it on the internet to be
How does she feel
pointless.
about Keith being your podcast wife?
Oh,
We're podcast heterosexual life partners. Thank you.
nah.
Yeah.
I think she's cool with it. I think she doesn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, I asked her.
Like split
Mm-hmm.
duties where she's like there, but for the grace of God to go on.
But the thing is, like, she'll listen to me, and things like that, and it's not like she's just like, just shut up, I don't want to hear you talk, but it's a good way for me to talk about these things without having to drive the people in my life nuts.
TikTok.
So yeah.
Too. There's always someone wanting to look at something stupid you said about Ninja Turtles. So I found.
Yeah.
Speaking of talking stupid stuff about Ninja Turtles, we're at the half an hour mark now. Should we?
Holy shoot! Already?
Yeah. We got to time box ourselves a little better.
Yeah. You guys are too fun to talk to. What can I say?
Go talk to your wife. Quit talking to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, is she not fun to talk to, Spencer? Jesus.
Ooh, owned.
My wife is fun to talk to.
But yet you spend
she doesn't seem to think so.
Thursday night with us.
One night a week.
It's a lot.
Did you, Mike? Did you get your new coworker to come?
What?
Got him.
Phrasing.
Jesus, dude.
Phrasing.
Just curious.
People from my work do listen to this show.
Answer the question. We didn't make them listen.
No.
You have to keep work and private life separate. What are you, a psycho?
In fact, your silence is even more damning.
No.
As far as my coworkers know, I don't believe in any single hobbies, and I just sit and stare at a blank wall all day, and that's why I like it.
Keep my personal and professional life separate. My wife doesn't know I have a job. My job doesn't know I have a wife.
I don't know why that just sounded funny. Anyway, let's get on with the show.